Looks like we're live. What's going on, everybody? All right. Oh, Adonis School.
It's been all
Gotta watch some of
Cat
that
Rover
crap.
is plus.
All right.
Cooney. I assume all of you know who Eugenia Cooney is. Eugenia Cooney is like a YouTuber who's been around since she's been around since like the old days of YouTube, since like the Onision, Shane Dawson days of YouTube. She's been posting, and you'll immediately notice upon looking at her that she has a severe case of anorexia. Like, she looks absolutely skeletal. She looks absolutely deathly. Like, she actually needs help. And she's been this way for like 7 years.
Oh, weather. So many wonderful outfits. So preppy in so many ways, but today I picked something that won't
Like, she looks extremely thin. Extremely thin.
be.
And the comment section is very critical of the mother. I mean, for a reason, right? Because how do you let someone get to this point? How do you let someone that you're living with get to this point? Like, if I knew this girl, I would be spending every second of every day trying to get her to eat a Big Mac. But also, I don't know how you even treat a situation like this where the anorexia is this severe. Like, if she's a legal adult and the mother can't physically force her to eat, like, what are you really supposed to do, I guess? I think she's been to a mental health facility at some point. The mom's definitely abusing. I've heard that. I totally support her if she didn't refuse to get help. I guess the problem, though, is, like, for someone like her, like, she's so far deluded, she doesn't even know she needs help, probably, at this point. Has to be medically. If she eats too much, she'll get ill. Yeah, of course. The 5150'd her.
Am I playing Batman Arkham Knight tonight? No. We should be playing Cyberpunk. That's probably what we're going to be playing.
So 5150, from what I understand, is when the state physically can like take you forcibly, even if you're an adult, to a mental health facility for your own well-being. You can get one of those as like I think it has to be a court order. I think that happened prior to this Shane Dawson video. I think Shane's maybe Shane's not in this video. I thought he was. There is a video though that Eugenia did with Shane Dawson where
Have you watched this yet? It's fucking epic. Also, Brennan Mason made the most rage-inducing video you've ever seen. I doubt he even did 30 days plant-based. Must be proof
when are you
he's
gonna put
full
your
of
first
shit.
man on?
I've not seen this. Let's take a look. Thanks for the donation quest.
Planet.
Best case 10 years, worst case 15.
I mean, my guess for when we'll have full autonomy is about 3 years. And
Oh
like I
my
said,
God.
the Earth-Mars orbital rendezvous is only every 26 months. We should be able to launch people probably in 2024 with arrival in 2025.
I feel very confident predicting autonomous robotaxis for Tesla next year with no one in them next year. Mark my words. So buying a Model 3 is a good deal. It's financially insane to buy anything other than a Tesla. It'll be like owning a horse in 3 years. Mark my words. So all these things, I said we'd do them, we did it. Said we'd do it, we did it. So we'd build just sort of like you know, there were amphibians, you know, but then pretty much that things just become like land creatures.
I think, frankly, if you want to have a really high velocity of features, I think we'll just need to do a total rewrite of the whole thing.
Seriously, a total rewrite. That's your prediction for velocity.
Yeah.
Well, when you say a total rewrite, do you mean starting with the skeleton, or a bunch of engineers sit down with a whiteboard and say, "What is Twitter"?
I mean, I just mean like literally, like there's like you could either try to amend the crazy stack that exists, or rewrite it.
When you say crazy stack, what do you mean? Like, break it down.
Who are you?
What do you mean? Who am I? You're in charge of the servers and the programming, whatever. Take me from top to bottom. What does the stack look like right now? What's so crazy about it? What's so abnormal about this stack versus every other large-scale system?
There are two wolves within you. One says it didn't happen. The other says they deserved it. Both are right.
Okay, thanks for telling me that. Appreciate the donation, Turbo Black Pill.
On the planet, buddy. Come on.
How dare you? How dare you? How fucking dare you speak to my lord Elon Musk like this? You envious worm, you small-brained simpleton, I'll kill you, I'll kill you.
Failure to try to innovate at all comes with a big penalty. You'll be fired.
Have you seen my lord's latest meme? Of course I have. It was simply epic. Have you heard that Your Grace wishes to rename Twitter to X? Oh yes, what a genius idea. Twitter was just too well known. My lord truly is the greatest CEO in our history. I saw a wraith once. It threw a curse on me I'll never forget. Farewell. Goodbye.
What the hell? I banned all of the Tesla critics like I was asked, and I just got fired for insufficient engineering.
I was also just fired.
Good riddance, you lazy heathens.
Lazy? Elon's the one who just tweets all day long.
You'll pay for that, scum. My lord works tirelessly, day and night, all for his love of humanity.
This guy who runs the channel seems like a pretty smart guy, honestly. Like, he picks up on all the insane conservative bullshit. I probably like him. He seems to be in line with my political values.
Because I see some of the stuff that your dents send you. And let's keep it real, it's only the dents that are signing up for this. And maybe some trolls. And it is the most weird, boring shit I've ever seen. Of course, people are gonna it's a stupid incentive. It's dumb.
A friend of mine is suggesting that I troll hard drive by posting more memes from them. I'm just gonna keep stealing their memes and posting them without giving them any credit.
Wow. You create your own memes, though, don't you?
I saw it create some memes.
Your meme king is strong.
Thank you.
I can fix Eugenia.
I doubt you can, but thanks for the donation, Jonathan.
That's, for example, why I'm concerned about decreasing birth rates.
Why is that?
I mean, the urge to have sex and to procreate is, after breathing and eating, the most basic urge.
Yeah.
How has it been subverted?
Well, it's just in the past we could rely upon limbic system rewards in order to procreate. But once you have birth control and abortions and whatnot, now you can still satisfy the limbic instinct, but not procreate.
Yes.
Which is depressing as hell.
The most depressing.
I mean, seriously, yeah.
War is less depressing.
Yeah, I'd rather go out with a bang.
Jesus, fuck, I never knew he said that with Tucker Carlson. This guy's a fucking maniac.
Yeah, and with your shoes on.
Yeah,
not with your
more
diapers
exciting.
on. Yeah.
He's literally against birth control.
Look in the sky. I can see it from here. Phobos. He was right after all of these years. Thank you, Elon.
Boss, I looked into why your metrics are down. Looks like people are just losing interest in your account. Advertisers are fleeing due to the infestation issue. It's not looking good, sir. Please, can I see my family again?
Lord, you are the meme master.
Foundationally, I love humanity.
Yeah, this guy's animations are great. I like how he hates Elon Musk.
Shape soon. Anyway, I would like to thank the streamer PudgyCat, who provided the voice for this character. Please go and follow her on Twitch and check out her streams. She's a
That was good.
Like back when he was doing his documentary videos, he did a video called The Return of Eugenia Cooney, where he went to visit her.
Hello, Eugenia. There is no legal way to contact you right now. I know you're asking for privacy. I don't even know if you're going to see this video, but I do hope you see this video eventually. I just want to let you know that myself and so many others are rooting for you. We care about you. We love you. And I truly hope the best for you. And I'm so excited to see if you choose to share it, your journey of what can be a very beautiful thing.
It seems like at some point people were trying to help her in her personal life, right? There was some effort.
I want you to all take a look at these pictures. So these photos you're looking at are from popular YouTube star Eugenia.
Jesus.
Her physical appearance has sparked a wildfire of controversy.
Next up is someone that people want Shane to focus on immediately. I'm talking about Eugenia.
I can guarantee you Eugenia Cooney doesn't want to get help. She knows she's anorexic, but she likes the attention she's getting. So like let her die. So she wants to be anorexic. She likes the attention she's getting. Okay, let her do that. I don't know if she cares about like the way she feels. I don't know if she's had any health scares that'll like pull her out of it. Clearly, she wants to be this skinny and get the attention she's getting from it. So, yeah, let her die.
Eugenia Cooney.
Hey guys, it's Eugenia.
Can Shane Dawson please do a series on Eugenia Cooney? There are so many questions from everyone that need to be answered.
I feel for her, but she does not look good. I mean, from a professional standpoint, I mean, she really looks emaciated.
You're my favorite skeleton girl. Well, thank you.
What's funny is, like, she actually looks good compared to what she looks like now. Like, if you look at her videos from a few years ago, she was anorexic as fuck even back then, but, right now, she looks like absolute fucking shit. Like, she's about to fucking drop dead at any second.
Hi guys. So, today
Like, she looks so much worse now. Like, compared to 4 years ago, even though she was severely anorexic, like, she looks way worse. Can guarantee you too, once the next like round of COVID or something hits, she's probably gonna die. There's no way her immune system can function properly. So she's probably gonna die like this winter when the new round of like COVID starts going around. Even if she gets vaccinated, she's probably just gonna get pneumonia and die. Especially at her body weight, there's no fucking way she can survive pneumonia.
thank you, SSL. I'll be a skeleton girl. Skeletons are cool, so thank you. What makes me happy? Well, coming on here, talking to you guys makes me happy. What happened with me? I don't know what happened with me. What do you mean what happened with me? Do the 3 meals a day challenge? Is that a challenge, guys? I'm really young.
Bro. Can't wait until these edgy scene. Jesus. This is a horrible comment. This is a horrible comment. I think Josh Moon called it when he said this is part of some sick fetish that makes her a lot of money. I mean, it probably is. I think that anorexia can simultaneously, be tied to insecurity and also like, sexuality and like wanting to be desired, right? And so
she's literally reverse Nikocado Avocado. So Nikocado Avocado tries to get attention from being like super fucking insanely fat and being like a complete obnoxious dickhead. Eugenia Cooney, she does the opposite. She tries to get attention from being super anorexic and skinny and coming off as like nice and approachable. But she literally is reverse Nikocado.
undoubtedly, like, there probably is a humiliation aspect of it where people calling her skinny, like, even me making a tweet saying, how has no one in this girl's family helped her yet? She looks like she's about to die. That probably is something that she enjoys at this point.
Only subscribe because I'm waiting for her to
She's not dead, not yet.
kill herself or die of starvation. And what is that? Oh, some of these usernames, whatever though. You guys just want to have like weird, bad usernames. But anyways, yeah. So obviously I don't look too good there. I'm aware. I know. Oh, it looks so bad here.
I understand trolling and stuff, like, that's, it's whatever. I think that stuff's funny, but I'll never understand, like, the psyche of a person who, like, donates to, like, a girl who's clearly, like, anorexic, like, needs a lot of help and is just gonna, like make fun of her for it or say they want her to die. It must be, like, projection or something, or these people are, like, maybe they're overweight, so they hate that she's underweight. Maybe they're underweight and they're projecting. Maybe they used to be anorexic. Like, there has to be some kind of weird psychological phenomenon going on with some of these people. Yeah, very weird, bro. Very weird.
I really do care about you, Eugenia.
Thank you.
I'm really worried for you and scared.
Oh no,
And I don't want anything to happen to you. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I don't want anything to happen.
I don't want to like make you cry or anything like that. I feel like really bad now. I'm sorry.
Although Eugenia herself has never admitted to anorexia or bulimia, she has 452,000 followers on Instagram, and I guess some of her followers have admitted that they're jealous of her thin look.
Yeah, I mean, there might be an argument to be made about the fact that her stuff promotes, anorexia a little bit, whether she wants to or not. It's probably not good for someone with anorexia to see this. Should YouTube be held responsible? I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that question. Probably not, but definitely something needs to be done.
Your stomach is so flat. Oh, Kelly. Like, I've never tried to come on here and like tell you guys like, oh hey, this is my size and this should be your size too. Well, I'm sure you are gorgeous. I'm sure everything about you is like super gorgeous. So yeah.
Not one, but 4 petitions have gone out there to shut down her social media accounts due to what those folks believe is her dangerous influence that she could be having on those potentially battling eating disorders.
I feel bad about everything, honestly. Like, I didn't mean to like make everyone upset. It's like, I don't know, like everyone like is mad at me now.
If people did sign this petition and she got deleted, would it make her feel better? Like, would it fix her? I mean, fix her anorexia?
It almost certainly would. She likes the attention she gets from anorexia. So I can almost guarantee you she'd gain weight.
At this point, I don't know if that's going to happen given how many years it's been. Never say never, but we're pretty deep in. But I don't know if that would make it better.
No, I haven't seen
the
Joey Carbstrong video
maybe
yet.
it would
We're going to
make
react
worse,
to it next.
If she's not getting that attention validation anymore, who knows how it would go. Who knows how she would try to seek that.
Hi VG. I hope that you are doing GR8 tonight. It must be a tough job for a cat to be a mother. Check out this campaign sign for Bobot.
Let me take a look. Being a mom is hard work.
I've been struggling with anxiety lately and the nerves have made it hard to eat enough food. Any tips on how I can remedy this situation? Also, someone has to find these vids.
If your anxiety is so bad that you can't eat, I would say go to the doctor and get medicated. There's a lot of anxiety meds that are very effective and have practically no side effects, so yeah, I would just go to the doctor or get medicated. There's, oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, we'll react to the Sv3rige vid now, because it's very short. But, yeah, go to the doctor, get some anxiety meds, try them out. If the first meds you're given don't work, just try some other meds. I just stay away from benzodiazepine. Thanks for the donation, Mr. Horse. Appreciate it. Pokey donate tellers, dude, your OnlyFans.
Have you ever heard of body integrity identity disorder? Very rare disorder where people desire to have parts of their body cut off like fingers or legs. Why is the treatment for them psychotherapy and medication, but for trans people we do the surgery?
I do know of that. First time I ever heard of that was actually Jerry Springer. I don't know why, like, what triggers that disorder, but the reason we don't treat that disorder with surgery and we use psychotherapy is because so far that is the best established way to treat those people, whereas for trans people, again, the best established way to treat those people is with gender transitioning. And that may or may not include surgery. It depends on the person. Thanks for the nation, though, bid. Pokey don't need tillers. Dude, your OnlyFans is so hot. It's only been 2 days and I already cummed like 7 times. Well, thank you. I'm going to be posting more to it. I took a break from doing OnlyFans, but I started uploading again, so. Thanks, dude.
Want to have sex, which automatically means that they want to have children. But the problem is that you are talking to their slave mind. I absolutely spit on the it fucking means nothing to me. When you hear that humans are supposed to live to 150, then you start thinking, wait, my grandma died at 75. She only lived half of her life. When these guys...
Where did he get that idea? Do you have to, 186 videos. Okay, maybe you have to join Telegram.
see somebody they find attractive, they're not gonna ask her out on a date. Again, naturally.
Whoa. I think I know what he bleeped out. I think he said you just naturally rape women if you like them. What a fucking wacko. Dude, we gotta find some of his Telegram vids. I should send the shit to Turkey Tom, too. Nutty. That is insane. Homosexual thoughts donated $2. Will eating rat droppings help my anxiety? I don't see why not. Might as well give it a try. Thanks for the donation, homosexual thoughts.
That attention, right? I feel really bad for this girl.
I really don't mean to make you guys upset.
I also think we're probably due for another wave of like Eugenia type content. Every few years there's a wave. There was a wave a few years ago with this girl named Pastel Belle. I think I made a video about it at the time, and there's like another wave that's probably gonna happen eventually. Great joke, Tom. We all know petitions do jack. I mean, obviously, but I'm just saying hypothetically. Nobody cares about these petitions. Nobody cares.
Right, like I just hope you understand that. I never mean to like make people upset, like ever. Like, whenever I do, I feel really bad. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do.
All right, Shane, this may be the one that I'm rooting for the most. I'm invested.
Okay, so Andrew's on his way, and we are going to be going to Eugenia Cooney now. So,
Yeah, she looked so much better a few years ago when she was in anorexia recovery.
what was it like? Because we've kind of tiptoed around it, but like...
You know what annoys the fuck out of me, though? I've seen a bunch of people who either are or were in anorexia recovery, who are like, either ex-vegans or they're people who end up debating vegans. And they all fucking argue that it's unethical for these people to go vegan because the only way for them to effectively treat their anorexia is to eat any food. And they'll never fucking debate me because like they know it's just such a stupid fucking position. So apparently you can murder anybody you want and eat them because it's beneficial for anorexia recovery. So if killing and eating a person were the most effective way to recover from anorexia, they'd be in favor of it. Like they'd never bite the bullet on that. So, and they can't name a trait. So they always fucking dodge a debate with me. It fucking annoys the shit out of me. There's that girl, Queer Kiwi or something, who's this like fake ass vegan, like fake vegan poser. And she said that. She claimed she's a vegan activist. She never did any fucking activism, even though she claims she's a vegan activist. she's not vegan herself. Like, again, she supports the idea of anorexics or people in anorexia recovery eating meat. Obviously, you're not vegan if you say that. And she fucking dodged a debate with me. There have been a few people who've had that position who've dodged debates with me. They're fucking pathetic. Can't stand them.
You went somewhere.
I did,
what
yes.
was that?
So, yeah, I was in like rehab kind of program for it.
Dodo donated $2. Play Life is Strange 3 and Little Nightmares 3 and Directive 8020. When does Little Nightmares 3 come out? Is that already out? Oh, 2024. Okay. Well, we'll have to wait a little while for that one. I don't really want to play Life is Strange 3. Apparently it's not great. Directive... I don't think that's on Steam. I was actually planning on playing some VR horror games this October, and I was gonna play Propagation VR. There's a fair amount of VR horror games that look pretty good. And I was going to sell my Oculus Quest 2 and then get the new Quest 3. So I think there's a few Oculus exclusive horror games. The Oculus 3 looks really good. I'm especially interested in the mixed reality stuff. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo. Appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy an Oculus Quest 2 off of me, and you're in Canada, like Ontario area, hit me up. I'll sell it to you for like a good price. I was thinking of selling it just for like $250. So if you want a I think I have the 512 gig Quest 2. I'll sell it to you for $250 Canadian dollar.
And it was a really kind of weird experience, I guess. Because it's definitely like when you go from like being in like the real world to entering that, like it's so different. They like weigh you and all of that, but they don't really tell you how much you weigh. I guess they kind of keep that like in there.
I love that.
Yeah, so like sections. So you don't actually like get, I guess you don't really know like what's going on with that exactly. It can be kind of like boot campy in a way where like it's very like scheduled. Like you wake up at a certain time, then some days they'll kind of like check your vitals.
Show us the condition. What's your budget for a VR headset? The most I'd spend on a headset would be like $1,500. I was thinking of selling my Valve Index and getting the
I asked
big
my
screen.
doctor for blood work 6 months after I went vegan to check for micronutrient deficiencies. He said that if I'm really worried about deficiencies I should just eat meat once a week. How do you find good doctors that don't say this stuff?
I guess look around and see if you can find any plant-based doctors. There are some resources that'll show you plant-based doctors. My family doctor is vegetarian. Here and there I've encouraged her to go vegan. I don't know if she will. But, yeah, she's never said any stupid shit like that to me before. But, yeah, my previous family doctor, he was worried that I was micronutrient deficient, and he was like, oh, damn, we gotta do, like, a blood test for you, get all your vitamins and minerals, and I did it, and everything was totally normal, and he was actually surprised, which is funny.
Did you forget to watch the kitten video I sent you? Also, the post of a campaign sign ad in Colorado for Laurenbo, but while I'm at it, would you consider this shirt based? Also, should I get this shirt and would you get it?
There's no way I'd wear that. Skilled at violence. Dead pedophiles don't reoffend. Jesus. So, people who rape children absolutely deserve to die, but I don't want to wear a shirt like that. I wouldn't call that based, necessarily. Thanks for the donation, and yeah, I forgot the kitten video. We'll react to that right now. It's okay. My hears what I'm listening to in my headphones. Yeah, it's okay. The dogs can hear this. It's TV noises. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. We got Prismo when he was about this small. That's funny. Oh, poor little kitten. It's a little baby. Yep. That's a little mama cat. Yeah, but when I had my old family doctor, he was surprised that after, I think at the time, I was vegan for 9 or 10 years, and he thought for sure I'd be deficient in something. And he was genuinely surprised that I didn't have any deficiencies. It was pretty funny. I told him, it's like, I'm fine, but he didn't believe me. But yeah, I would either look online, see if you can find a plant-based doctor in your area, or, like, again, you can always just shop around, see who is and isn't retarded. So, this... It literally just broke. How in the fuck? Okay, so I had a really good head strap, and it literally just fucking broke. Amazing! Alright, well, I'm gonna have to replace the head strap with the old one, but, yeah, before I took it out of the fucking thing, this is in good condition. There's no scratches on the screen and shit. I'll look for my old head strap. I should have it somewhere, maybe, or I'll just buy another one before I sell this. That is fucking hilarious. It literally just fucking broke. The head strap for my Oculus Quest. How the fuck, dude? I was just telling people I'm gonna sell it, and then it just fucking broke when I... Yeah, I guess now I'm not. But yeah, the headset's in good condition. It's just that the fucking head strap just miraculously broke, but you can see there's no scratches. But yeah. If I can't find the old head strap, I'll buy a new one, and I'll sell this. These are only like, I think the head straps are only like $50. I should have the old head strap lying around somewhere, but we'll see.
I used to be vegan and felt horrible. I've ditched the vegan life for a carnivore's diet I saw on YouTube. Now it's all about rattlesnake eggs, porcupine balls, and armadillo chode, and skunk semen. Feeling much better than when I was brainwashed vegan.
Yeah, you're just a piece of shit and a retard who doesn't know how to diet, but thanks for the donation. Vegans are dumb. Appreciate it. That's good to hear. Thanks for the donation, Cortez. Appreciate it. I have a headset in mind that fits that budget and what you want out of a headset. Something.
Is there any advice you can give me to make recovery better besides sleep and eat? It is extremely hard to train some days due to the amount of pain I am experiencing. I have lowered my lifting to just one lower one up a day. And I do 20-ish hours MMA, 3 miles/day.
Make recovery better besides sleep and eat. It's extremely hard to train some days due to the amount of pain I'm experiencing. 1 lower, 1 upper, 20-ish hours MMA, 3 miles a day. Well, you're probably just training way too much. Simple as that. So you can do things to try to relieve stress. That is beneficial for recovery. So meditation, mindfulness techniques. You can even take some drugs like ashwagandha or nicotine. Those are very calming. Nicotine's more effective than ashwagandha in my opinion. But if you're a little worried about getting addicted to nicotine, you can try ashwagandha. Anything to help calm you down and relieve stress is going to help with recovery. So assuming you're eating well and sleeping, and you're eating like an antioxidant rich diet, so like, lots of berries, green vegetables, that would be the only other thing I could really recommend for recovery. But you're probably just you're probably just training way too much. If you're in constant pain and shit, and you're not recovering, you have to train less. And if you're not doing it already, you really need to have regular deload weeks. You should probably be deloading every 6 to 8 weeks, given how much you're training. So every 6 to 8 weeks, you should basically just take a week off. If you're not doing that, that is absolutely going to fuck with your recovery. You can't just keep going indefinitely. Again, performance is asymptotic. I've said this over and over again, but you have to have periods where you train very little or don't do any training so you can have full systemic recovery and then accumulate again. So, yeah, that would be my advice, but thanks for the donation, Sky Gardener. Yeah, the next headset I've been considering getting is the big screen VR headset. I was thinking of selling my Valve Index. I'm not entirely sure if I want to sell my Valve Index, though, because there are downsides to this headset. I think the field of view isn't quite as good. But I might get this as like a Christmas gift for myself, something like that. And then if I'm totally happy with this, I'll sell just the Valve Index headset. I won't sell like my base stations and shit, but I'll just sell the headset itself. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna sell my Quest 2 so that I can just, put that money towards getting a MetaQuest 3. But the big thing with this is the resolution is super high, and it also has OLED panels. So there's no screen door effect. It's also tiny, so you don't get like any kind of fatigue from wearing this. Everybody said this is really good. The only 2 downsides that I've heard people talk about is the field of view isn't quite as high. I think it's better than the Quest 2, I wasn't displeased with the... I wasn't displeased with the field of view from the Quest 2, and apparently it also has some glare. But aside from that, this is an extremely good headset. And everybody that I've seen review it, they said they prefer this over the Valve Index, so... If I'm gonna get a new headset, I'm pretty happy with the Valve Index right now, but if I'm going to get a new headset, I'll probably get this. And since I'm getting into VR racing more, good chance I'll get this in like a few months. Yeah, I'm planning on playing VR on stream. And this would be a really good headset for, you know, VR streaming, because I could wear this like indefinitely and not get fatigue from it. That's good to hear. Thanks for the donation, Cortez. Appreciate it. All right, I'm just gonna... October 7th. I think I'm gonna order a replacement head strap for the Quest. I found a good cheap one. If I can't find the old head strap, I'll just order this. You have a better headset in mind? Send it. Send me a link. Papacato, thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate it. Deloads are generally 1 week. Yeah, Kuroboro, what headset were you talking about? Thank you for that, Cortez, again. Excellent spam. Appreciate the donation, sir.
I can't believe that I have to make a third dono before you even get around to looking at this ad for Bo, but also, yeah, I agree that I wouldn't wear that shirt either, probably for legal reasons, lol.
Well, sorry, sir. I've gotten distracted.
Do you think beta-alanine is useful for MMA sports performance? Also, do I only take it around workouts, or is it like creatine? I'll prob meditate and try to up my antioxidants. Thanks for the advice. Would things like massages or reps and salt baths help at all?
Ugh. How is that an actual ad? That has to be like a troll. Like, she will actually jerk you off, but, I mean, that is weird that that's real. Thanks for the donation, Bendover. And my bad. Again, sorry, I got distracted. So, yeah, beta-alanine is useful for MMA. If you look at the research on beta-alanine, it's useful for increasing your high threshold aerobic and anaerobic capacity, which is right around where, you know, most of your MMA stuff is going to be. It's high threshold aerobic and anaerobic training. It is basically like creatine. You do develop basically, it builds up in your system, and you will get a benefit from it if you take it, say, in the morning, but your training is at night. Ideally, you take it before training, but you don't have to. So as long as you're taking it in a day, you're still going to get the benefit from it. Yeah, meditation, antioxidants. Don't take antioxidant supplements, but have like kale and blueberry smoothies that can help. And again, if you're worried about getting addicted to nicotine, ashwagandha is a good supplement to take. And Epsom salts can also help. Again, they're relaxing. Massages can also help. So anything that's relaxing helps you calm down. That's going to help with recovery. But again, if you're not already, make sure every 6 to 8 weeks you're taking a week off training. Thanks for the nation, Sky Gardener. Hope that helps.
Would you ever do an OnlyFans collab with Gigliardo or James Wade?
No. Would do a collab with a tranny, though. Yeah, there's some trans girl on OnlyFans that wanted to do a collab with me. It's not going to be like a sex video or anything, but, you know, we'll probably jerk off onto each other's faces or something like that. You know, nothing hardcore. That's a joke, by the way. Just in case Jasmine's listening. But, yeah, we're just going to do, like, you know, erotic nudes or something. Maybe. It's not set in stone yet, but she has a big OnlyFans account, and that's why I'm considering just doing a collab like that. But thanks for the donation, Cock.
Babe, 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 babe,
Thank you for that, Cortez. Excellent spam. You're doing great with the spam tonight. Appreciate the donation.
A backed-up toilet is nothing to worry about, it's an opportunity. Grab a spoon and eat as much poop as you can. Share with Jasmine. Share the poop with Jasmine. Give Jasmine feces. Jasmine. Feces. Jasmine. Feces. Jews like money.
I don't think Jasmine wants to eat the poop out of my toilet, so I think I'll just use like a plunger. But thanks for the donation, Microwave Poop. Appreciate it. Yeah, my sink was backed up for a while, and we thought it was a clog that was further down the drain, but it was actually, I don't know how, because I always cut my hair away from the sink, but it was basically a bunch of my hair that I cut off. You know, like I buzz cut my hair like every few weeks, and I obviously trim my beard. And it was a bunch of my beard hair and hair clogging the top of the drain. I don't even know how the fuck it got in, because I always cut my hair away from the sink. Thanks for the donation, though, Microwave Poop. Okay, interesting. You sent me a thing on Discord. We'll watch that video now-ish, because why not? Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Lots of spam tonight, but appreciate any donations anyway. Yeah, I might wait to get a headset, because I know there's some new ones coming out in the near future.
Cool. This video I am now showing you has been a long time...
Thank you for that, Cortez. Excellent spam again. Appreciate the donation. Wild We Roam, no longer vegan. Let me take a look. What is this nonsense? Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah. Maybe we'll watch that later. It seems pretty retarded.
Maybe do like a blood test some days and just like make sure everything's going all right. Then you also can have like therapists coming in.
I wish she would go back to that rehab. Yeah, I mean, obviously. The thing is, it's kind of up to her. Like, she's an adult for the most part. There's not much you can do. The reason...
So there's actually 3 different versions of Deckard that can be found in a string file in a Lighthouse driver. So this part of the Lighthouse driver actually is when you plug in a Lighthouse enabled headset, this strings will tell the SteamVR which drivers to load related to that headset or which config files to load. So when you see any headset in here...
I've got mad respect for you, VG. I don't mean anything to be taken the wrong way. But would you say that this was your family whenever you'd mention the trauma your grandfather caused you growing up?
Let me take a look.
Wow. I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
Yeah. I've kind of moved past being angry at my parents for how they treated me as a kid. The thing is, and I kind of understand why all this shit happened, but it's weird, but it is a real thing. A lot of people who are abusive don't realize they're being abusive, and to them, they think they're just being normal. And the environment that my entire family grew up in was...
Share the poop, Jasmine, Jasmine, Cloak, cloaky, Hackta, harkta, ashpo, ye koi feces.
Thank you for that microwave poop. Appreciate the donation, dude. Yeah, the environment my entire family grew up in was kind of fucked up and crazy and hostile. And that... it's just pathological behavior they didn't realize they were doing, so yeah. But I'm not living with them anymore. I'm not angry about it anymore. I've moved past it, so whatever. But thanks for the donation, Bendover. Appreciate it. But yeah, I literally heard that exact line.
You know it has some sort of Valve connection or is using some sort of Valve driver software. And in January, that first big update, they added Deckard POC-A, which stands for Proof of Concept Most Likely. Later on in June, which was a few months after, they showed off Deckard POC-C in the file. And there was a lot of silence for a very long time, almost 9 months. And then this year in March, we got surprised with something that was not marked as a POC, which was known as Deckard Mini D. And we've made many immature jokes about that name ever since then, and there still has not been an update to that Mini D. Now, one thing I want to note is companies do file patents all the time, especially large companies like Meta and Apple. It's almost pointless to look at all the patents they pretty much file every week. It's sometimes like 100 per week, some of these companies. But Valve is not usually like that. They very rarely really file patents unless it's something they're very interested in or actually has a design. And I want you to think about that when we get into future slides, because usually when you see when Valve has filed for... So this is the adjustable head mounted display patent from Valve, filed back in 2020 in September. Very, not too before the actual first time the Deckard showed up in firmware. But you can see there's...
That's good to hear. Thanks for the donation, Cortez.
Multiple designs. The first one's interesting because it literally is a Valve index, but they seem to attach a very big compute unit, is what we believe it is, with some batteries and stuff in the back to sort of probably test out if they can upgrade an index to be completely standalone. But the other designs here are different than an index, you can tell from the front especially, but also the backs are just a lot more compact and a lot more worried about comfort values and all of that.
Yeah, you know, I'm probably gonna still get a big screen VR, like, again, as kind of a Christmas present to myself. Especially if I'm gonna do more VR streaming, and racing.
Thank
you for that, 9014. Excellent spam as always. Appreciate the donation, sir. Yeah, just because I want a tiny headset that's just super comfortable. I don't know what the new headset is gonna be like, but hopefully it's like super small. The big-ass heavy headsets are just a fucking pain. Like, there's no way I could ever wear a Pimax or something. So after having a few VR headsets, like, the tinier the better.
So we were thinking that maybe Valve would release a front unit and then you can upgrade it with different functionality or different things with a back head strap that maybe would have Wi-Fi or batteries or compute units. And we'll talk more about that over time. But when you look at Design 4 here, they actually sort of look like they took Design 4 and took it to a more further level, at least with the dual dial system they have going on here, because more recently, it was published around June this summer, but it was filed in December 15th, not too long before Mini D would show up in the firmware. And you'll see that there's a lot more detailed designs in these patent images for a head-mounted display. So I just did a whole spiel about how the index might not really be fully standalone or might be focused to the enthusiast PCVR crowd. It's complicated because there is a standalone functionality definitely happening here. But how are they going to still support Steam? Their bread and butter, their moneymaker, their x86 based...
I'm not sure if this was the case for you, but I don't buy the idea that abusers don't know what they're doing. As soon as I turned 18 and threatened to never talk to my parents again, all of a sudden the abuse completely stopped. So they must have known.
Not all abusers are unaware. But a lot of them are. So it depends, but yeah, not all of them are.
Do you think you can take on Scott Mendelson in a 1v1 street fight? Also, I saw Lionheart eating a sausage-covered pizza one time on vacation. He's a two-faced FK.
So yeah, I think I could take on Scott Mendelson in a street fight. Maybe his power belly would be an advantage to him, but I'm pretty sure I could take him in a street fight. I think I'm faster. He might be stronger than me, especially in the bench, but I don't think that would help him too much in like a street fight. Lionheart eating a sausage-covered pizza. Okay. Well, thanks for telling me that. Thanks for the donation, Andrew. 1100. This is shirted. That's still a lot of weight. I don't know if if he does this without a board, I'd be impressed. Okay. Yeah. That's still hard, but yeah, it's a board press. Who knows why he's still doing that? I'm assuming he doesn't want to tear his pec again. That might be why he's not doing really deep, heavy presses, but yeah. Thanks for the donation though, Andrew. But yeah, abuser. Some abusers know what they're doing, but a lot of them don't. It's a pretty normal thing.
This platform that they've been pushing with the Steam Deck, and just everything relies on Steam, right? So when we first were thinking about it and seeing a lot of comments made from Valve employees, clearly they wanted to do something with the Steam Deck APU and just throw that into a VR headset and call it a day. But I think it's not going to happen right away. What I think is actually happening is, even though they are taking the Steam Deck, which is Valve's first foray into self-contained computing, it's a great device. It's already this. So around September last year, there was a developer who had a dev kit for a Steam Deck asking for help to restore his firmware on his Steam Deck. And a Valve employee reached out in a little bit more than public forum than I think he realized, and actually seemed to have backed up his own firmware and sent it up to this forum to send to the dev to restore. He would end up deleting that entire firmware backup probably within 10 minutes of uploading it, once he realized that it was a more public forum. But it's the internet. People know how to download stuff right away. If they see a high-profile Valve employee do something, these things get leaked. And in that actual SeamOS firmware backup, there were a few files that were very strange. It was actual Python files that referenced Deckard and actually had startup and thermal collecting information for a program that was known as Foxnet Stats, which we believe was actually a dev kit reporting program that also you have to kind of connect to a server to... It's a complicated thing, but in it had so much information about a lot of their plans and what kind of current prototypes we're using. Mostly the SoC, the system on chip. And again, we were thinking for a while it would have some sort of x86 AMD APU, and that's all it would run off of. Well, that was completely ruined when we saw that the actual thermal zones and the actual CPU cores a lot of them are proprietary to what you would see in a Qualcomm SoC, like an XR2 type chip. And while it confused us, it also kind of enlightened us, because we were already seeing a lot of Linux ARM binaries that are one point there, but removed after I first reported on the Deckard codename my hard computer.
This is a guy talking about the next Valve Index VR headset. That's what this is, Vince.
This was actually one of the first hints we got in that original big data mine. There was a random folder added to the actual Steam VR tools, and it was known as VR Link. And inside it, there was only one file, and it was basically a driver or DLL file relating to a 2017 Realtek device driver. And if you don't know Realtek, they make basically Wi-Fi antennas and drivers related to it. And it's funny, it's from 2017, which is the same year that the Gabe Newell said that wireless was a solved problem. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's...
Bend over $20 based question mark. Let me see.
I have a question. Is it funny or sad that the primary thing men are afraid of with going to prison is the same thing that women are afraid of just walking down the sidewalk? I have a question. Is it funny or sad?
Well, I don't know if I'd call that based. It's true. But yeah, that's an old topic. the issue with rape in prison. Thanks for the donation, though, Ben. It's a sad
Still funny
reality.
to point that out. And at the time, this was a Wi-Fi 6 focused antenna. And after we pointed it out, they would end up wiping this file as well. I don't think they would use an old Wi-Fi 6 antenna. I think they would use something newer, especially if they use a newer.
Just curious, why are you still off Twitter? My account got unbanned after Elon made Twitter based. I have been posting racist, sexist and anti-Semitic memes ever since, and my account's still up and growing every day. Did Elon leave you banned?
Yeah, my account didn't get unbanned automatically. Chances are, if I asked to get it unbanned now, it would get unbanned, but I hate Twitter. I'm done. It's become, especially now, it's just become a Nazi platform, and Twitter is just for toxic retards. So I'm fine with being banned on Twitter. I'm on Instagram now. Much better community. I can just have fun there, post shit. Twitter is just absolutely cancerous. It's probably not going to be around for too long anyway. Thanks for the donation, though, Turbo Black Pill.
SoC, because when you start pumping up those resolution values, you're going to want to get up to Wi-Fi 6E or Wi-Fi 7 at some point. There's also a ton of error messages related to having a, or at least waiting for a wireless HMD to connect.
Micro OLED.
Now let's talk about displays and optics. This part is probably one of the most craziest types of research we ever had to do for Deckard. And I'm just going to tagline this as the OLED micro displays whisper into my mind, because that's basically what's going on here. So back in that same 2017 interview that we were kind of making fun of Gabe Newell for saying wireless is a solved problem, he also said this: we're actually going to go from this weird position where VR right now is kind of low res to being in a place where VR is actually higher res than just about anything else, with much higher refresh rates than you're going to see on either desktops or phones. So you'll all actually see the VR industry sort of leapfrogging pretty much any other display technology in terms of those characteristics. It's probably not obvious from the first generation of products, but you'll start to see that happening like in 2018 and 2019. Clearly that didn't happen too. But when you obsess with Valve and kind of timeline things as much as me, you will see why Gabe Newell was predicting these weird times for both wireless and higher resolution than what we have on phones to happen. So again, going to the final hours of Half-Life Alyx, I'm going to read out this whole thing. VR was still a speculative frontier, but Valve was going all in, both for games and for hardware. The Vive, back in 2016, was Valve's first crack at a VR headset, but the hardware lab had secretly started work on a next-generation VR headset and controllers, and the hope was to launch Half-Life Alyx alongside Valve's new next-generation
Valve's
and on
OLED
March
patent.
2nd of 2016, which is after the reported Vader headset development started, there was an OLED on silicon design patent filed by Valve Corporation. And it's probably the most weird patent that Valve has ever filed for. I mean, they have some cool patents related to optics and stuff, but for displays, they don't really go into detail about how a display will be formed in terms of pixel format and pixel rate and sizes and microns. It's very well detailed. And it's literally called display with stacked emission and control logic layers. I'm not going to go into too much detail about.
She shit on my cock donated $2. Let me see. Bro, ready to meet God's God. Yeah, really. This is not terribly smart. Yeah, that reminds me of that Ghost Rider guy. It's kind of amazing how he didn't die.
God says it's okay to kill animals, and if God said it was okay to kill mentally disabled people, then that would be cool too. In the Bible he ordered people to be killed all the time. Checkmate to all the name the trait vegans.
I don't think that's a very good argument, but thanks for that, Nation Troll Vegan Gains. Yeah, I probably would have let go before that happened. Yeah, if that's real, that's insane. Well, hope he had fun. This guy drank horse piss? What? What is the context for this? Okay, that's insane. Thanks for sharing that.
This, but to summarize it, I'm going to read these big tidbits here. Basically, it is a design for an OLED on silicon or OLED micro display with a resolution of 4K by 4K that features relatively large OLED pixels with approximately 10 micron by 30 micron subpixels. And it goes on to say that they would have really large displays even, which is very rare for OLED micro displays. Usually they are less than 1.4 inches.
Is Logan Paul natty or not?
I would assume he's natural. Like, again, anybody can be on gear, right? But there's nothing really about his physique or strength or anything where I'd say he's definitely on something. But anybody can be on anything, but I'd have to say he's natural, just because I don't have any evidence otherwise. Thanks for that donation, though, Scare Theater.
Is diagonal because you are using lithography equipment, which are basically the same thing you use to make SoCs or chips, and there's a limit to how big you can actually make a lithography print in one shot. And this patent would even go into detail that they would stitch multiple shots of lithography to create a larger display, which even goes up to 50 by 50 to 65 by 65 millimeters. And that 50 by 50 millimeters is around 2 inches each way, which would mean about a 2.1 inch diagonal display. So that brings us to a company known as Imagine. So this company has been around since the early 2000s, and Valve, even before they were serious about creating VR hardware products, I was talking to Jerry Ellsworth, who was a former early on Valve hardware employee, and she even admitted that they were using a lot of Imagine displays and a lot of prototype units for a lot of different things. But basically, Imagine makes OLED micro displays and a lot of methodologies of how to create them. And they've been mostly focused on the American military and using near-eye displays for the military. And you can see this headset. This is known as the steampunk headset. I think it's an accident why they called it that. I don't think it's related to Steam here. But this is a photo by Upload VR, and this was a 2K by 2K per eye micro OLED display, but it had only an 80-degree field of view. But people said back then even it was the most crisp visual experience. This headset used pancake lenses, and Imagine gave it to a bunch of different companies to try around, consumer companies, in the hopes that, yeah, we can work together to mass produce an actual consumer headset with these displays. And it definitely caught the eye of Valve. I'm very certain of this.
Interesting. 10-bit HDR OLED.
Another interesting thing about the 4K display that Imagine would end up going to design for what I believe was Valve who paid for the design is it supports 10-bit HDR. And recently there is...
Dude, fucking 10-bit HDR micro OLED fucking headset would be incredible. Having like actual true blacks in a headset would be fucking amazing. Let's see. Pancake hollow cake optics.
Finally, for optics, this is where things get a little confusing. I just want to kind of bring up that Ars Technica actually gave us a hint on what kind of optics that Valve were looking into. Last year, I was talking a lot about different companies related to like pancake optics and even sort of stuff related to liquid crystal holographic optical elements. And Ars Technica said that their sources said I was on the right track with updated optics, and that companies like Facebook were showing off some research to the future of VR optics, which would involve lenses that can be closer to a user face, offer better performance, better weight distribution, and more comfortable virtual movement. And those sources said that Valve is moving in a similar direction for whatever shape its next headset may take. And they even, the sources gave Ars Technica a link to the exact sort of thing that they were looking into. And you might recognize the research they were looking into because it was basically the research that would lead up to the Holocake 2 lenses and prototype that Meta would show off earlier this year. Made a big deal. A lot of people were very interested in the thin form factor. And basically what they do is they replace a glass piece with a holographical optical element, a thin film. I'm not sure if they're really going for this sort of holocake design Valve. They might just go with a standard pancake, but the sources didn't have full information, or they just wanted to say, yeah, they're going for pancake. But if they ever did go for a holographic based pancake lens, it wouldn't surprise me too much because they made a huge investment into this company known as Imagine Optics back in 2018. This company would unfortunately be acquired by Meta around last year, actually. But this company was very focused on creating those liquid crystal thin film holographical optical elements, which would pretty much fit in a holocake stack perfectly. So I don't know, there was a lot of patents filed, and there was even a lawsuit from Valve toward Imagine Optics because they were probably trying to get that technology out there for their next generation headset. There's a whole deal that we don't know about it. But yeah, I think important is if you're going to have some sort of standalone headset with sort of camera tracking, you need to do something related to setting up your room. SteamVR has had the same room set up for many times, and it requires you to actually take off your headset and do everything with your PC and monitor. It's very old and terrible, but there's actually a whole there's actually an experimental system that allows you to set up your room inside of VR. Now the issue is this system kind of wants you to be able to see your actual real life environment to set it up, but you can't with the index. There's no function. It doesn't activate your cameras or do anything to allow you to do it. So we know that they're going to let you see your pass-through view to set up this new REM setup, which allows you to touch the floor and expand your arms to give your space and how big your. And that is pretty much it. I think this is the big recap of everything we expect from Deckard. If you are confused, I'm sorry. I wanted.
Yeah, probably gonna have to wait like a couple years for this to come out. But that is exciting. Micro OLED panels are pretty fucking dope. Alright, let's get into the Joey Carbstrong thing.
You've stabbed another human being.
Why are you walking away?
Right.
It's not a child though, is it?
This
One
man
second.
stabbed
One
someone's
second.
child.
So I've turned my life around and you believe in Jesus, so you believe in redemption? Of
course.
So, except for me, right?
No,
you
you
fucking
stabbed
hypocrite.
people.
Are you going to cry, bro? Are you going to cry? Too much dairy milk, drinking the breast milk. Little sucky baby having a whinge. And you never had to stab someone in self-defense? Never had to stab anyone in self-defense, right? Alright, well good for you, you had a good life.
No, he can punch
you. Had a better life.
Wouldn't you agree that every time that Trump holds his tiny, pathetic rallies that he's morphing into the modern-day Hitler? It's insanity that he wants to arrest people he doesn't like.
Well, yeah. He basically is becoming modern-day Hitler. I wouldn't be surprised if he turns into somebody like Putin. The only good thing is he's old as shit. He's probably not going to live too much longer.
America, we have a serious problem. The front runner for the Republican nomination, the former president of the United States, was in California today giving a speech that was equal parts nuts
All the currently dry canals will be brimming and used to irrigate everything, including your own homes and bathrooms and everything.
Trump claims he can create water. What? How the fuck?
Going to be happy, and I'm going to get it done fast. They say that there's so much water up north that I want to have the overflow areas go into your forests and dampen your forests, because if you...
He thinks he can just take Canadian water. What?
You dampen your forest, you're not going to have these forest fires that are burning at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We have all those canals, they're dry as a bone.
This is insane.
So now in Los Angeles, when you have a new home, you have faucets, washing machines, dishwashers, all of the things, but very little water is allowed to come out. Like, as an example, I stayed in one of those houses and they had a shower head. And I want to really work hard on my hair, and I don't want to take it. And I turned on the water. I thought the pipes were broken. They said no. They call it a restrictor. They have restrictors in the thing, so no water comes out.
This is him indulging this long-time obsession he's had with things like water pressure and like mopping the forest floor. This is crazy talk. So it's equal parts Looney Tunes talk.
And her parents are so proud. 19 years! She's almost here. Boom. Couldn't do it. Then this guy who recently transitioned.
And Nazi talk.
I will direct a completely overhauled DOJ to investigate every radical DA and AG in America for their illegal, racist, and reverse enforcement of the law.
Oh my god. Yeah, so anybody who wanted to prosecute him, he is going to try to arrest. Bail donated $2. Sean Faker agreed to debate Nick Hybert, Nutrivore, and James Aspie. Sick. Dude, he's going to get wrecked, bro. How do you predict it will go? Fucking, like, whatever is most comparable to, like, a prison gang rape. Like, he's gonna get wrecked so hard. What arguments will Sean try to make, and are Nick and James prepared to wreck it? So, Sean Baker is not going to be able to make an argument. He's probably going to get super frustrated and rage quit. I can almost guarantee you they're going to get kicked off the podcast. Either that, or it's just going to be like 2 hours of pure fucking embarrassment. That's going to be fun to watch. Thanks for the donation, Bill. Yeah, they're going to fucking annihilate.
And we will start with the Marxist monsters unleashing mayhem on Los Angeles and San Francisco. When the police are allowed to do their job, and that means, in some cases, shoot them. This will...
By the way, this is the same fucking guy who took out a several-page ad trying to encourage people to lock up the Central Park 5 that were exonerated.
Stop immediately. Immediately. Our police are amazing. When they're there, they'll knock the hell out of you and kill you in some cases. And we will immediately stop all of the pillaging and theft. Very simply, if you rob a store, you can fully expect to be shot as you are leaving that store. Shot!
Jesus Christ. Bail donated $2. Let me see.
Yo, what's up everybody? Me and Dexter just wanted to let you know that we have booked a time and date with Sean Baker in 1 month from now. I will be taking on my friend Nick. The Nutrivore is his YouTube and his Instagram, so check him out. My first choice was to bring Dr. Arby with me, but Sean didn't want me to do that. He doesn't like him. Personally, I think he knows that he would get absolutely destroyed by him and embarrassed, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, he just said it was for, well, he didn't really give a reason, just that he doesn't like him. So anyway, yeah, expect a debate to happen with me and Nick and Scene Baker. And if it doesn't happen, that won't be because we pulled out.
I think the only reason Sean agreed to do the debate is because he doesn't know who Nick is. If he does any research on Nick, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls out. Wouldn't be surprised. But thanks for the donation, Bill. That's going to be exciting.
So, you heard that, right?
Yeah, that is absolute wacko shit. So, Trump can create water, stop forest fires, and he also wants to basically murder anybody he thinks is committing a crime. He's also claimed that he wants to kill all drug dealers. So if you're... He wants the death penalty for anybody who deals drugs.
To me, mate. Do you feel good? Do you want to hear the story about when I stabbed someone? I'll tell you the story, alright? You've now threatened me, bro. No, you just... And you're saying that there's land where plants just won't grow. Well, we'll need less land anyway. We won't need that land. What's up, brother?
You're the one who stabbed someone, isn't it?
When?
You stabbed another human being.
Yeah.
Why would you stab someone?
Come and talk.
No, he stabbed someone.
I've stabbed about 5 people.
There's already a viral video of me and you in Leicester Square over there.
Yeah.
And you're twisting things, and
how?
You can see the cocaine use in your eyes.
Are you saying I'm on coke?
You need to stop stabbing people.
I don't stab anyone.
5 people and he bragged about it. He bragged about stabbing 5 people.
Wait a second.
This man stabbed people.
Wait a second.
And yet he gets angry at you
Wait a
for
second.
killing a chicken.
Exactly. So you're still stabbing.
Hey! This man thinks
you're
that
still
animals
stabbing,
are
bro.
the same as humans.
When did I
He
say
thinks
that?
Animals are the same.
What?
On the internet, I had a look.
I mean,
So,
what animal?
Stop stabbing people, and then
I
I'll give
have.
you a chance.
I have.
You should never have stabbed
I'm
someone.
10 years sober.
You should never have stabbed someone.
Why not? Is stabbing bad?
No one here stabbed someone.
Is stabbing? You stab animals to death
You've
for a
stabbed-
sandwich.
I've never touched it.
You pay someone to stab.
You've stabbed another human being.
Well, it looks like it started off pretty spicy. I probably would have just challenged this guy to a fight, honestly.
Is stabbing bad?
Shame on you.
Is stabbing bad?
Shame on you.
So why do you stab animals if stabbing's bad? Why?
So Trump thinks he can create water and stop forest fires. Who does he think is his god? Also, he wants to kill all drug dealers. What a piece of shit.
Yep, Trump is a crazy, fucking psychotic wacko. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Walking away.
Because I've said my piece.
Well, that's pretty weak. It's pretty
This
weak.
man stabbed human beings, beating someone's child. This man.
When did I beat a child
has
up?
thought that someone's
What's his
child.
name?
Defamation
of
someone's child. Doesn't matter
defamation
how old
of
they are.
Should it be legal to shoot these people?
Oh yeah, fucking catalytic converter thieves. Dude, I wish I could just blow these fuckers away. They should give a hunting license to shoot catalytic converter thieves. I'd love to go around in my Ural sidecar, just putting around, and when I see a cat thief, just take out a rifle and just start shooting. I fucking hate catalytic converter thieves. Fucking dickheads. These fucking assholes. Absolute fucking cunts. Too bad the car didn't fall on him. Piece of shit. Yeah, dude. They should make it legal to literally go out and hunt these fuckers. Fucking hate them so goddamn much, bro. Thanks for the donation, deal.
It's not a child, though, is
You have
it?
a parent.
It's not a child, is it?
You have a parent, right?
It's not a child, though, is it?
You have a mum and a dad. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're the child of them.
Yeah.
So you thought it was okay because of what you.
Wait,
whatever,
wait a second.
Through
Wait a second.
something-
How,
no, I'm speaking.
how do you know about
thought
this?
It was because of the internet. Because of the
So
internet.
wait a second. So I was a gang member. So I was a gang.
This
One
man
second.
stabbed
One
someone's
second.
child.
This guy's a clown.
Right?
He's a
He
clown.
stabbed them.
He's a clown.
Yeah, he's out telling people, "Oh, you're
Not to stab
terrible
animals.
because you can't eat that chicken."
So were you pissed
that
off?
poor fish. Oh.
So you don't care about animals, do you?
To you.
You don't care
to
about
you.
animals,
I
do you?
care about my dog. I care
Is it
about
okay to eat your
animals.
dog?
No, I'm not going to
fucking
eat the
go.
dog because that's my choice.
And
Now,
what about, is it
that's-
okay for people to stab dogs?
You're going besides the point, like you do.
So what I did 10 years
with
ago
your
matters now, how?
eyes, right? Wide.
Clap clap, clap clap. Pussy clap. Yeah. Clap clap. Clap clap. Yeah, I'm representing for the bitches. All eyes on your riches, no time for the little dicks. You see, the bigger the dick, the bigger the bank, the bigger the Benz. Clap clap clap.
Sick rhymes, Christy.
Why do you want to hunt these people? Sure, they steal things, but is that really worth killing? Sumo Nova?
Oh yeah, dude. Catalytic converters are fucking expensive. They're also hard to get. So if somebody steals your cat, you might not even be able to get a replacement for it. In some of these vehicles, they're worth thousands of fucking dollars, which is crazy. And it's a massive inconvenience. They literally take out a huge part of your fucking exhaust system. And, like, your car's loud as fucking shit. You might have crap rattling around underneath. Like, it's just such a massive fucking inconvenience. Fuck those people. They're absolute fucking dickheads. They should be shot on sight. If you see somebody stealing a cat, do society a favor and fucking blow them away. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. And thanks for that donation, Christy. Sick rhymes.
Wide cocaine eyes.
You can't even let me
right?
talk. He's too
Stop.
fragile.
You think
You're too
it's okay
fragile to let me
stab-
talk, are you?
You think
You're
it's
too
okay.
fragile to let me
You're not letting
talk.
me say my piece.
You got embarrassed in my video. That's
You're
what.
not letting me say
You got
the piece.
embarrassed in my video. That's your problem.
No, you're
You got
embarrassed.
embarrassed
That's
of
why
my
you're
video.
angry.
So that's why you come over here all
You're
pissed
angry.
off because your butt
Hello,
hurt.
hello, internet. This
He's
is an
you're
angry
a
man.
butthurt troll.
He stabs people.
You
and
stab
he thinks
chickens.
it's okay.
I haven't.
I've never stabbed a
You know, honestly, I probably wouldn't have played it nearly as cool as Joey. If somebody came up to me and, like, was saying, you fucking stab kids, you stab kids, I just ask him if they have any fucking kids for me to stab. Fuck this guy.
chicken.
When's the last time I
I've
stabbed
shot
someone?
a pheasant. I've shot 2 pheasants.
So you shoot animals.
I have
and
shot
now you're trying
pheasants.
to, and you're bringing
yeah.
up my past.
That was to eat them.
And you're bringing up my past as a gang member.
Yes, I am. And bring up your past as a gang
okay.
member because you're out here shouting.
This guy's a fucking dipshit. So, like, he has a problem with violence, but then he's like, I shoot animals? Fuck you, bitch.
At people.
You're shouting, dude.
You misled.
shouting.
He made a title on the internet for a YouTube
Are you
video
gonna have your butt
slandering
hurt?
me. You
You
slandered
just said
me.
I'll stab people to
no,
this day.
Look at the title. What's the
You
title
just say
of
I'll
the
stab
video?
people to this day. That's
What's the
defamation.
title of the video?
Who have I stabbed recently?
You have stabbed people
No,
in
you
the
said
past.
I do stab people.
No, is it true? Have you stabbed people? Yes, you have.
Of course.
Hello, internet. This man stabbed people.
You know that's
Yeah,
not
they
right.
are.
You know you.
But I've
He
never
thinks
stabbed
it-
someone.
He thinks it's
So
alive.
it's like he's making up for something.
Hey, bro. He thinks it's live. You know I'm filming
Yeah.
this. You
Okay,
think it's
so you're
live?
gonna edit it, okay? I'll
you think
film
it's
my
live?
video.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
So the lady has admitted that she's going to edit and cut it to make themselves look good.
I've
come here because there's a video of me with
sec.
about 1 million views with him because I innocently...
Innocently!
I was
Innocently!
sat down busking,
Here you go.
and
You're
he
live.
turned up and he said...
You're live.
Like basically he made me
Innocently,
look
he's having
like an
his
idiot on
butt
the
hurt.
internet.
Your
right?
butt hurt.
By your weird caption.
Look at you.
You misled the
Oh.
situation. I've seen you
Are you gonna
here.
cry, bro?
You've dared to show your face.
Are you gonna
again.
cry?
Now you're making personal
You're live.
attacks. You're saying, are you going to cry?
You're live on my
gonna
Instagram.
cry?
Are you gonna cry?
You've stabbed... He's being
Little
a gang
baby.
member.
Little baby.
He's being like a gang member. Five human beings, 5 people's children. He's got a knife and...
To be fair, Joey admits he used to be a dickhead gang member, but chances are the people he stabbed deserved it, so I don't really care if he stabbed them. So, yeah, I don't know why this would fucking matter.
stabbed it into them for some reason or another. Because he's selfish.
He's having a cry.
He's trying
So,
to make
so,
up
so
for
I've
it.
turned my life around?
I'm having a cry. Can you see any tears?
Look here, a bit of sooky baby. Too much dairy milk, drinking the breast milk. Little sooky baby having a whinge. having a cry, bringing up people's
Says
past.
a man who makes a living by ranting at people on the internet.
Did you not like the title? So you sit there, right, on camera for 20 minutes having a debate with me, and then you have a cry when it's uploaded.
I haven't cried.
You little
You
man
misled.
baby. You're a man
You
baby.
misled. The title
You're a man baby.
is clickbait.
Dude, this guy's
because
triggered.
you're talentless.
You said what you said.
You've
It's
got
hardly
no
cut.
talent.
It's hardly
You're
cut.
a loser.
It's the fault.
You're an ex-gang member.
You're a baby.
Who thinks that
Big baby.
you can make a
Look at
living
it. Look at it.
from
Look at
advertising
this little baby.
to vegans.
A vegan done that. A vegan done that, bro. You stabbed someone.
This man has stabbed people and he's proud of it.
Who said I was proud of my past?
Going away from his cause. He's in Leicester Square. He's in Leicester Square and I'm heckling him. Everyone deserves a second chance. Yeah, on the internet I can't heckle you, right?
I'll heckle you over there when you're doing your busking
comments
too.
on the internet.
I'll heckle you too. Oh yeah. And I'm real scared, bro.
Like, just call him a baby raper. Like, honestly. If he's gonna fucking... It's just so stupid.
I love this comedian's impressions of US politicians. Check out this one where he's impersonating Trump reacting to the second GOP presidential debate lol.
Let me take a look.
Trump thought of that debate. Well, excuse me, before you even ask the question, we all know you're a dog. You're a dead dog. And what I can tell you is the failed Chris Christie, he called me Donald Duck, which was actually not too bad. Not too bad. If Chris Christie calls me Donald Duck, I'd like to call him Chris Cow. Chris Cow like moo, right? You see Nikki Haley, who is like the great Pocahontas Warren. She's talking about a Native American. Look at my Native American, such a great person, right? You had the guy from Life of Pi in there too, the great Vuvuk Ramaswamy. That was fantastic, right? But I'll tell you what, Rob DeSanctimonious did it. His polls are dropping like a rock. And Pence probably should have been hung, but that's a different story. China, thank you very much.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he's pretty good. I'm not great with Trump impressions, but he's really good. Thanks for the donation, Ben. Yeah, if somebody fucking starts heckling you like this and brings up something stupid like something you did like 10 years ago that's fucked up, just call them a baby raper. Like, that's all you need to do. If they're gonna fucking start throwing that sort of shit at you, just say you rape babies. It'll take out the steam, like, it'll take the steam out of everything they fucking say.
Bro, I'm real scared, bro.
I'm interested in your past history.
Yeah, I have a gang history. I put it all up on public. I've made documentaries about it, but he's using it against me because he thinks he's smart and he's butthurt. He's butthurt because he's embarrassed of his views.
You even said at the start that you think they should be treated better. If you don't, why would you accept they should be treated better if they don't matter?
Well, because, like, it's obviously wrong when chickens are being like force-fed into their really seen the video, so they're like big blubbers of.
But who cares if they don't matter? Who cares? You're saying they don't matter. They're food.
Because they have their little beings. Aren't they?
Well, okay, so they obviously do matter.
Yeah, to their own life. So you have to be an actual psychopath to just think that nothing matters.
Okay, so you're not a psychopath.
There's a moral level.
You're on a level where you think they should be killed under the with the right condition.
Yeah.
Maybe a quick death.
Yeah.
Treat them better.
Yeah.
Then that's not psychopathic.
No.
Okay. But in the human context, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stabbed people.
Sorry?
You stabbed
I've admitted to
someone.
it.
I would never.
You stab animals to death right now.
Ever.
Dude, imagine being so triggered by that. What a fucking loser, bro. Holy shit.
Well, you've never been in a gang, have you? You've never been in a gang, have you?
No,
you've never been in a gang, have you? Because you're privileged, are you?
No,
are you
because I'm
privileged?
a busker.
Are you
Because
privileged?
I had to get a
Are
job.
you privileged?
I'm from
I
the
had to get a
council
job.
estate.
Oh
I'm
well.
from Cabs Road, where I was broken into every single day.
Oh well, and you never had to stab someone in self-defense. Never had to stab anyone in self-defense, right? All right. Well, good for you. You had a good life.
No, he can punch
You had a better life than me, mate.
You
feel
should
good?
have done boxing.
I do. I can box.
Yeah, well, you should have done that instead of using a knife.
Well,
like a
what
coward.
if someone else has a knife?
Knife crime is wrong.
Even in self-defense?
Knife crime is
You
wrong.
pay for little birds to be killed. You pay for little birds to be killed. You're live as well.
Cowards.
You're live as well.
Cowards. This
is going up too.
So people on the internet, there was a whole conversation that was
Blah 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 blah. Little baby boy.
That's what children
Little baby
do.
boy.
You can't
Little
use
sucky
words,
baby
just go
because he was in a
blah,
video.
blah, blah, like a toddler.
Roy, look here. Making a big scene. Look at this.
Yeah, I have made a
Look at
big
this.
scene because now I can put this on the internet in response to that bullshit
Wow.
video where you misled in the title, your misleading title.
Pull up the video. What's it called?
I don't know. It's on your channel.
Pull up the video.
Look at the title of the video.
Just have a scrap. I'm a changed man. He's not violent either, except for animals. He doesn't care about stabbing chickens, but he's worried about my past.
I've never stabbed a chicken.
You pay for chickens to get stabbed all the time, bro. And that's what you're upset about. You're upset because...
No, I'm upset.
You're upset because...
I'm annoyed. I'm not upset, I'm
Of
annoyed.
a title? On YouTube? Why did you film it with me?
Where you missed...
Why did you sit there for 20 minutes and film it with me?
Where I was working, where I was busting...
Then why did you engage with me?
You approached me. What are you up to? Are you vegans?
How do you know?
I don't know. Are you the vegan?
What makes you say that? You were right in front of the
He's the one who fucking talked to him. That's hilarious.
camera. Why did you engage for 30 minutes and now come over and create a big scene about my past?
Because I was sat down and I thought, okay, I'll give you the time of day, right? And then during that conversation...
Were you engaged consensually then?
No, I haven't finished. Then during that conversation, you beat around the bush, staring wildly like a politician or a policeman interrogating, trying to get your opinion across and trying to belittle others.
Well, bless you, mate. I
What a
appreciate you
whiny
giving me this
baby, holy
conversation.
shit.
You know, this is what
to disagree, and that's a beautiful thing.
Of course, you've got the freedom to disagree.
Yeah.
You've got the freedom to kill and eat animals too.
Yeah, so
but,
do you.
but yeah, I know I do, but I choose not to. My conscience stops me.
And that's it. And I was talking about religion. I was talking about my belief
And
in
what?
God and Jesus.
What's the bird's life worth to the bird?
Well, it's the bird, isn't it?
It's the bird's life.
Yeah, it's the
so,
bird's life.
so what else does the bird have?
Human, you know.
Well, what's your life worth to you?
I'm the human. I'm not an animal.
Yeah, you're not actually an animal.
No.
What are you?
I'm a human.
Humans aren't animals?
No.
We're not mammals?
No.
Okay, so we're special.
I'm made in the likeness of God. That's what I was talking about specifically. I remember the video now.
Fucking
And why don't you
loser.
go watch it back and see what you're complaining about?
Like a year.
3 links sound on fag. Okay, sure.
What do you got there? Got detailed notes? Well, I got some statistics I might talk about. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I What do you got there?
Preparing for a debate against a black dude. Okay. Don't know about that. Oh yeah, I've seen this. I don't need the sound on. Well, that was never gonna be a good idea. What the fuck were they thinking, bro? China. Yeah, that is Chinese workmanship for you. That is just too loud. Oh, yep. Well, that looked pretty awful. After seeing a documentary on these carnival rides, I'm never going to go on one again. They have the worst safety standards fucking imaginable. This sort of shit happens all the fucking time. These ride malfunctions. I'm never going to go to a small carnival again. I would be willing to go on, like, maybe a Disney World ride or something. But these smaller, you know, pop-up carnivals, you're asking for it. It's literally a roll of the dice. Thanks for the donation, though. 3 links, sound on fag. 21st Savage, $22. This is my favorite comedian. Let me see.
Remember the Women's March? We're gonna march! I have a vagina! I have a vagina! Oh, they knew what a woman was then!
Ugh. This is horrible.
Fascinating how your common sense disappears. Remember the
You know, seeing this now almost ruins the movie Half-Baked, which is a shame. He is not funny. It's just so cringe. Thanks for that donation, though, 21st Savage. Oh, wait, there's 2 links.
for your physical being. It means you're always scrunched up and your ass can't work right and you just can't wait to go, I can't wait to talk about this subject with my facts and figures that I learned. And we see you trying to escape, trying to let gas out. You can't even let gas out. That is so unhealthy for you.
Yeah, that's not funny. Thanks for the donation, though, 20 for Savage.
But mate, those thieves were just poor desperate men in hard times and were only stealing the cats to seal the sliver in seed in order to feed their families.
So you say. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Appreciate it.
I'll let you have your
I haven't
view.
seen you here since.
I'll let you have your view, and I posted your view with your
with
consent.
a misleading title.
Titles are used
You're a
to draw in
clickbait
viewership.
Title. It was
Well,
misleading.
and then, but you're just there talking, so who
Well,
gives
you're
a
here in
shit?
real life
You're
now.
creating more of a scene now.
Yeah, I know. And I've got the video of it.
So I've turned my life around, and you believe in Jesus, so you believe in redemption? Of
course.
So, except for me, right?
No,
You're
you
fucking
stabbed
hypocrite.
people.
You're Christian.
You stabbed people.
You're Christian, so you don't believe in redemption?
You're shouting at people, and I remember in the
Do you
video,
believe in redemption?
I had to look at some of your videos.
Do you believe in
you're
redemption?
Trying to compare stabbing a human to stabbing a chicken.
No, they're both bad. They're
So
both.
him
It's
is
not the
the
same. It's not
He
the
thinks
it's bad.
me eating a chicken is the same as me eating a human.
When did I say that?
You're going, they're rats.
People do it, but you keep
They're
comparing-
dirty animals.
You keep comparing it to. You keep comparing.
It's the same
animals
mentality.
To humans, it's not.
It's the same mentality, man.
That's your opinion is that humans are the same as animals, and that's
No,
right.
I'm saying that your
That's not my
mentality,
opinion.
that discriminatory mentality, like they're rats, that animals eat them, kill the.
When did I say that? When did I say that? I don't believe
Let
that.
the lady speak.
Well, I don't believe that.
Animals were made for us to eat.
I think it's just bad to stab a chicken. It's not as bad to stab it as it is to stab a human, right?
Well,
To death, to eat them, which I never stabbed anyone to death and ate them.
I would disagree with that. It depends on the human being.
All right.
Them, though.
Yeah, to
Like,
defend
stab
myself,
someone is
to defend
great.
myself in the leg,
Stab
100%.
someone is. I think.
Do you want to hear the story about when I stabbed someone? I'll tell you the story, all right? Do you want to hear the story? All right, so I'm at my house. I'm on house arrest, right? 2 gang members are threatening to come over my house, right? So we're in the car.
Why are you involved in gangs?
Because I want to tell you the fucking story, you
Now
dickhead.
you're swearing and
All
you're
right?
calling it a dickhead, you dickhead.
Now listen. So I'm at my house. They come to my house with weapons in the car. I told them not to come.
normal.
My sister is at home. I ran out with an axe and a butcher's knife, and I smashed the window and I stabbed him through the window to get the hell out of away from my house. My sister said, and I stabbed him through the leg. That's what.
Do you think it's normal to feel resentment towards women if you go years without getting laid? I know it's not right, but it's really hard to not hate women after so many years of being an incel.
No, that's not normal. I think you have fucked up problems if you think that way. But thanks for the donation-based incel. Appreciate it. I'm gonna go take a pee-pee. I will be right back. Yo, $2. You got to see this. Let me see.
In her new memoir, Trump aide Cassidy Hutchinson exposes the hilariously embarrassing reason Trump decided not to wear a white N95 mask during the coronavirus pandemic. Now, Hutchinson describes a visit to a mask making factory in Phoenix, Arizona back in May of 2020. Trump was widely criticized for not wearing a mask during the tour of the Honeywell facility. The workers did, and a sign was visible that read, "Attention, face mask required in this area, thank you." Now, I remember at the time that the dominant narrative was that Trump felt that wearing a mask made him look weak, but apparently there's a different explanation, and that was what was detailed in Hutchinson's book. Trump told reporters he tried a mask but did not wear it after consulting the company chief executive. That was a lie. Hutchinson writes that, in fact, Trump decided on a white mask, then asked staffers what they thought about it. "I slowly shook my head. The president pulled the mask off and asked why I thought he should not wear it. I pointed at the straps of the N95 I was holding. When he looked at the straps of his mask, he saw they were covered in bronzer." By the way, I mean, this is what she's recounting. I don't know how true it is. How do you, as a man who wears bronzer daily, not know that anything white will be?
That is pretty goddamn funny. So he basically wears makeup. Thanks for that donation though, Dodo.
Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time there was an ugly fat black man with bad genetics whose head looked like a milk dud. He tried to be a bodybuilder and failed. Now he smokes cigars all day and fucks little boys. That man is me. The end. Gunshot.
Well, that is a amazing, inspiring story. Thanks for sharing, Vince Goodrum. Appreciate the donation.
You know this guy?
Give me 1 second. Just seeing if I can tape this. Yeah. Do I know this guy? No, I don't know that guy. That's pretty funny, but thanks for the donation, Cock.
One time, right? Do you want to hear another?
Why are you involved in that?
Do you want to hear another?
Why is no one else
Another
got that
time,
experience?
because kid wants to make a big thing out of it. Another time, my girlfriend's car was getting broken into by this big dude. I came out with a machete and I hit him with the machete, and it was blunt, and it hit him on the jacket. And I tried to get the hell out of here. He was about this big.
Yeah.
Somebody gets gang members coming around their house to threaten
Why
to get
would you
them.
have gang members around your house?
Because I'm in gangs.
You haven't.
This guy's
Look,
simple,
why have
dude.
you not had gang members turn up at your house?
Well, you had a privileged life. Look at you.
And apparently because I'm privileged.
You had a privileged life,
yeah,
bro.
My family, I grew up on
Well,
benefits.
well, you didn't get into drugs?
My parents are still on benefits.
Are your parents still together? Are your parents still together?
Yeah, they're still together.
Okay, well
They
then
believe
I
in
was from a
Jesus.
broken home, bro.
Yeah, but I believe in Jesus.
Oh, so you're
Sorry,
so much better, bro.
No, but I'm saying
Christian's
why
so much
have
better
you-
than me, eh?
Why have
And you don't
been
even believe in
involved that
redemption. You don't even believe in redemption.
life? You justifying it.
So you're not a real Christian, bro. You're supposed to love everyone. You're not supposed to love people. And I haven't stabbed anyone for how long? You're still stabbing animals.
I'm going after the big man. G-string, make his dick stand, make it quick, then slow. Head by the nightstand like lightning. I want a nigger with a wedding ring, bank accounts in the Philippines, blank note to take everything. Who's bad, who's bad, who's bad?
Sick Rhymes. Thanks for the donation, Christy. Appreciate it.
You're making videos misleading the people.
And if you're a Christian, right, the Garden of Eden was vegan.
Let's not get into theology.
No.
Let's talk about
Isaiah 11:6.
and how angry you got when I came up, and after not seeing you in like a year.
I didn't even know who you were, dude.
Now I've came up. No, you do.
You got rings on. You look like a bit of a gangster. I didn't know who you were. You come up, you didn't say, hey man, can I pull you aside? I just want to talk about this. You come up and you go, you stab people, bro. You stab people like a little baby.
So I found out this information.
Why don't you just engage normally?
Because
I've told you my story.
Regardless if you edit it or not, because I've got it as well.
Yeah, you're live right now. You're live right now. Now he's picking on.
I realized that the last clip I sent you earlier wasn't a question of whether it's spaced or not. What about this one?
Let me take a look.
Know how to write a check. They don't know how to address an envelope.
Hey Frank, IT again. I saw your ticket. What do you need help with this time? I can't turn the computer on. Okay, well last time it was the monitor. Did you turn on the monitor? Alright, so it's the same one I showed you last time. This one? No, to that. To the left. Oh, right there. Yes.
Okay, this one. Okay. Your generation is lazy, and I'm gonna say something racist now.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Yep, that's pretty based. Why the fuck would you need to know how to write a letter when email exists? So fucking stupid. Boomers are the dumbest motherfucking... Like, they're so fucking dumb, dude. Like, it's literally easier to use technology than it is to do this other fucking shit, and then they can't fucking figure it out. Then they call us fucking lazy when we actually have to work more to make the same amount of fucking money, and cost of living is, like, way fucking higher than it was when they were the same fucking age. Boomers are the biggest pieces of fucking shit. I can't stand them. Thanks for the donation, though, Ben.
Girls, real tough Christian.
What, by filming?
Yeah, sticking it right in her face.
So
He's zooming right up to her face.
So you're picking on people.
No, you're a man. You're a man.
Look at these
Film my face.
Look at these cocaine.
You're a pussy. You're a pussy.
And now he's called me a pussy.
You're a pussy.
So he's
You're a little pussy. So anyway, I told you the story. So now what? Why do you stab chickens to death for a sandwich? Why do you stab cows to death for a sandwich?
Look at those eyes.
He doesn't want to engage because you're too scared to engage. Yeah, because you don't have nothing to say. Jesus-loving Christian who stabs animals to death and doesn't believe in redemption. Yeah?
I've got nothing else to do, waiting to perform.
I'm going to do this exact thing over there when you're over there. And I promise you, I will. And I'm going to come and make a massive scene going, you stab animals! You stab animals! Alright? Just for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
At your own risk. So I can't control what other people might do to you.
Oh, really? You're threatening me now?
No, I'm saying what other people...
He's threatened me!
Please tell Lionheart to unblock me, Andrew. Or else I will make a new account and tell everyone about your toop on your head. He is trying to silence me, BC. He is a patron of the channel, but I saw him eating a sausage pizza. Dumb fuck.
Yeah, I don't know about this whole sausage pizza incident. But thanks for the donation, Andrew. Appreciate it.
You called me violent, now you just threatened me, dude. No. You've now threatened me, dude.
If I'm performing and I have a
You've
crowd
now
of
threatened
200
me.
people...
That's a veiled threat. That's a veiled
it's
threat.
not.
What's your name again, Nick?
No, it's not true.
No at all? What's your name?
It's not,
What's your name?
Not, I've said I can't...
You threatened me now. No, you haven't. You said try it. You said
You
try
come over
it.
there,
Yeah.
all the homeless here love me because I buy them beer.
All right, so you're going to get homeless people to attack
me.
I never said
I
attack.
can't stop them
I never
doing
said
anything
attack.
to you.
So you're threatening to get
If you
homeless
come
people,
over there,
vulnerable people to stab me.
If you come over there,
You're going to get
I
homeless
can't
people to
control-
attack me.
No, listen to what I'm saying, child. If you go over there and
Threatening
destroy
me.
my show...
Why don't you walk over? Walk
then
away.
I can't control the homeless who love me because I buy them beer.
Why don't you walk away?
What they do to you.
Yeah, so it's a veiled threat.
I'm helping your video.
Are you drunk?
No.
Are you drunk, dude?
I think you're high. Look at those eyes.
He's
Tiny
drunk, eh?
people.
Is he drunk?
Wide eyes.
You're drunk, bro. Are you performing drunk?
I think he's high. I think he's been snorting cocaine.
So you're buying beers, you're drunk.
This man's been snorting cocaine. Look at those
That's
eyes.
what it is. You're fucking drunk, bro. He's fucking drunk. You're fucking pissed, mate. That's what it is.
This man is high on cocaine.
He's fucking pissed.
I don't drink.
But you buy homeless people beer.
Yes.
But you don't drink. And
No,
you're
I
not
don't
drunk right
drink.
now.
I don't
Yeah,
drink.
F off. Your eyes are watery, you're fucking drunk.
Eyes water drunk.
Yeah, your eyes are watery drunk. F off, mate. You're a fucking wanker. You're a wanker, dude.
You're a wanker.
I don't respect you, bro, eh?
I don't respect you, bud, eh?
Yeah. You're just a wanker, dude.
Just a wanker.
Someone else want to sit down?
Someone else? Want to sit down? Look how upset you are.
I'm not upset at all, bro. I just think you're fucking pathetic, bro. That's all. I think you're a bit cringy.
Right, I'll move
Yeah,
on.
a bit.
I'll let you speak. I've done enough time.
Yeah.
No. You want me to stay?
You're cringy,
So
bro.
he doesn't edit the footage like he did before.
It's hardly edited your cut. It's like 20 minutes. It's the whole discussion nearly.
Upset because she's not going to make any money because it's all going to be edited.
1 minute. When I speak with you both, I want that he can talk clearly and you talk clearly.
No, I don't. He's pathetic, bro. I don't want nothing to do with this dude. He's pathetic. He come up acting like a fool.
The conversation
He's a
of
Christian,
you two-
fake Christian, fake Christian pussy,
Can you
coward.
please let me talk out?
Socks. This is.
You're a pussy. You're a coward. I don't give a shit.
Name again.
I don't care, bro.
So,
Do you think I'm care that I called you a coward?
I want to know how this
Bro.
started.
Because there was a YouTube video.
Because there's a new.
Are you worried about the no pussy no work movement? Men are dropping out of society. If this keeps up, the electricity will turn off, trucks won't move, pipes will burst, men maintain all infrastructure. All that because women will only fuck Chad.
Eh. I think I have like an ingrown hair. That's annoying. No, I can't say I'm particularly worried about that. But thanks for the donation, Turbo Black Pill. Appreciate it.
Infinity, I'm gonna have a cry.
He's acting like a child.
He filmed it with me and then he had a cry when it was up.
No, you approached me.
I talked earlier that we let talk him, and I not
Bro,
you.
who are you, my fucking psychologist? Something?
He's not able to do it. It's like
Yeah, he looks like. He's that comedian that hosts the Oscars.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais, but the wanker version. At least Ricky Gervais actually is a vegan. And he cares about animals. You don't.
I care about animals as well.
No, you don't.
I can care about animals and eat animals.
And pay for them to be stabbed to death and eaten.
Different, yes.
Oh, really?
It's not
Oh my
simple
God.
like
Oh,
you
really?
make it out to be.
So then I can care about people when I was in gangs and I was stabbing people, yeah?
Like stabbing someone.
Yeah,
like
I can do that too, eh?
different.
Oh, it's
You
different.
went out
Okay.
like, I'm going to stab this man. And
No,
you
I
went
didn't.
out
I defended
and you
myself.
stabbed him in the leg. You had a machete, you had a...
I defended myself.
You've got it.
And my family.
You had loads of weapons.
I defended my family from...
I don't think anyone here has a machete at home.
Well, you just have lived a different life, man. Like I said, you're privileged and Christian. Your family, your parents are together and you never got into drugs.
Privilege, that's why I'm a busker.
Well, you must have had more privilege. There's levels, isn't it?
That's why I live in a hostel.
So you didn't get onto drugs when you were younger?
I'm privileged.
Your parents stayed together?
I live in a hostel, but I'm privileged.
Yeah, well, what are you trying to belittle me because I got into drugs and gangs?
No, because of the video.
You're better than me. You're better than me.
I've got the content.
You're better than me.
And you can do.
Are you better than me? Are you better than me?
I'm not.
Then why do you keep bringing up my past like it was my fault?
Because the video that you made misled the people of the internet.
Bro, you said the things that came out of your mouth just because you talk bullshit. No.
You
On
edited it to
YouTube,
make yourself
on
look good.
Facebook's always edited down to be smaller. On YouTube, the full conversation is there.
And you have, but you've got.
How many views has it got?
You've got loaded questions.
How many views has it got?
I'm not sure.
Loaded
500,000.
question.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But you've got loads of questions you
That guy doesn't even understand what a loaded question is.
come prepared with.
You engaged with
And I
me
haven't seen it less than 2
consensually with the camera in front of your face and proudly said what you said.
It's gonna be video game time soon, Aaron. Don't worry.
Yeah, 2 cameras.
Yeah, and I was sat there.
And what are you going to do?
And I realised only afterwards, in hindsight.
Oh, you're a
not
big...
meant
How
to
old are you?
work. What a prick you are.
How old are you?
30.
So you made a decision to be on camera, you said your thing, and then afterwards you're like, I shouldn't have said that.
Because you edited it in a weird way.
Bro.
You edited
The full
it.
conversation is on YouTube.
Okay.
I mean, what's the point of working if you aren't getting the benefits that men have gotten for most of human history? I personally still work, but I'm trying to find ways to evade taxes so I'm not contributing to this evil anti-male society.
Well, finding ways to make money while working less, I think is beneficial to just about anybody for any reason. But thanks for the donation, Turbo Black Pill. Appreciate it.
Pull it up then. Someone.
I'm not, because I'm
Someone in the
filming...
response to this video, pull up the video.
It's on
I'm just
YouTube, the full
annoyed and
version...
happy that I've seen you again.
And what?
And that's why I'm here.
And what did you get out of it? And what did you get out of
A
it?
video.
Enjoy. I make content all the time.
For the people.
But I'm in a public space. Anyone can film me at any stage. I don't care.
Well, you seem to do care because you're like the way.
No, I'm filming you for my own safety.
You were earlier, everything.
What? What the f*** are you on? You walked up to me saying you stabbed people. I didn't know who the f*** you were. I don't know you, dude. I don't remember you.
You know me. You do remember me.
You look like Ricky Gervais, but the wanker version. I don't remember you. Now that you mentioned the video when you were busking, yeah, I remember you. And yeah, you sound like a bit of a dickhead, but they're your views, not mine.
Do you think you should be able to have that type of power, putting price on life?
Yes. And you edited it in a way.
Edited for Facebook, because we always edit down on
You
Facebook.
edited it, and what was like the big caption you put on it? You put like angry vegan or something. No, angry meat eater.
Well, I'm the vegan, you dickhead.
Something else. No, you're the vegan, but it was like normally it's you were like angry.
Bro.
Or it was like you'll never
Why
guess
are you
what this
crying
person
over this
said.
man, eh?
I'm not crying. You're the one who's got water in your eyes.
This guy's a tripper.
Do you want to have this guy's debate? Yes or no?
Bro, I don't know what your point is, mate.
Wait. About the
99 Vince Scooter
about the vegan. Right. I want to know. Is it better? Don't sit down. Oh. Is it better to take space from the animals and make their growing farm food? And when you take the space from the animals, you need to kill the animals. Yes. So why we let with a gunshot?
Yes! Killing, yes! It's the only time I've seen you bloody agree with something. When he mentioned killing, he was like, straight away, yes.
Man, vegan,
When
yeah.
you say
Killing, yeah.
Vegan.
When you say we don't need these animals in
You are
that
drunk, bro. Way.
big space.
I got a vegan tattoo.
When you say you want,
you're not proud of stabbing animals, which is why you wanted the video down. But I'm proud to be vegan.
it's good that you're vegan. It's everyone's own choice, in my eyes.
Except for the animals don't have a choice. Everyone or just
Okay,
humans?
wait. Sorry.
Pigs, chickens, fish.
When you say the animals don't have a choice, but the animals eat other animals that is in the life. It's
not
in
in
the
life.
circle in the life.
So what? They
Is
rape
it-
each other. Animals
No, they
rape
eat
each other. They rape each other too. Should we follow what animals do?
No.
Well,
We
then,
should
Who
not.
cares about this argument? Who cares
The
about the argument?
raping, the raping is not for to live. The raping is for the fun.
You don't do
the
it. You don't eat
eating
many-
is for the living.
Yeah, but we don't have
These
to do it.
people
what's the
are
point?
So
just
we
unhinged.
don't have to do it.
We don't have to do it to survive, you know. Animals in nature do, yes.
Why we need then so much supplements for a vegan to stay healthy? When you call a doctor,
I take two
wait.
supplements. I
When
take
you
two
call a
supplements.
doctor,
Why? Like, I don't get it. How the fuck do people like Joey, Vegan Booty run into all these people who can barely fucking speak English, but they want to debate veganism? Why do you do the rape if you needed the chicken? Like, why the fuck do they even bother?
and ask the doctor.
I take
if
two
it
supplements.
Is health only to eat vegan?
I take
They say
two supplements.
not.
I take two supplements.
When you say to
Yeah.
vegetarian,
Rape
yes,
is fun,
a vegetarian
chicken
can
food.
be health.
No,
When
vegans
you-
can be healthy.
Besides the part of where this Gen Zer gives a speech towards Republicans about gun violence, as a whole, I consider this based. Would I agree? Republicans must be scared AF of Gen Z.
Let me take a look.
This is Gen Z, and fucking Republicans have every reason to be scared of their fucking vote. As a proud mom of 3 Gen Zers, they're fed the fuck up.
My name is Eric Willoughby. I'm a senior in high school, and I come to you today from North Mecklenburg County, Huntersville to be specific. And I'm here today to convey a very, very simple message. I'm 17. I should be spending my Wednesday afternoons with friends or family, but instead I'm here with y'all. I'm here because every single day I have to worry about which liberties Republican legislators are going to choose to gut next. They started by refusing to take action against gun violence and destroyed your right to peace of mind about something as simple as sending your child to school. Then they came for your right to make the most basic reproductive health care decisions that were right for you and your family. This time, they're coming for every North Carolinian's right to fair representation. This legislature is made up of the same people who have drawn maps that intentionally disenfranchise and limit the power of historically marginalized and minority voters. These are the same people who have proven to us time and time again through their voting record that they don't care. If these people cannot be trusted to protect our most basic rights, how can we trust them to draw fair and impartial maps that will promote a healthy and vibrant democracy? They can't. We can't trust them. The Republicans in this committee and the others in the House and Senate don't care about democracy. They don't care about fair maps. All they care about are three simple things: re-election, power, and dollar signs. This redistricting stunt is a clear power grab by Republicans in the General Assembly. So I urge you now, watch your step. Be very careful in what you choose to do, because young people like me are watching, and young people like me are fed up.
I'm telling you, this is Gen Z, and fucking Republicans have every reason to be scared of their fucking.
That was a lame ass video. Thanks for the donation though, Bend Over.
If you did street activism, would you be able to contain yourself with these type of people? I feel like you would fight them.
Well, I probably wouldn't get into like a physical fight, but you know, I wouldn't be nearly as polite as Joey. So I would for sure I would have called this guy a baby raper. Like, if somebody fucking started saying, like, in public, you stab people, like, I would have just called that guy, like, a baby raper. I wouldn't have been nearly as polite and politically correct as Joey. And maybe I'd challenge the guy to an MMA fight or something, but it's not like I just go ape shit, start swinging at them. Thanks for the donation, Majin Buu. The fuck is this shit? Okay, looks like Streamlabs is freezing. There we go. What the fuck? Fuck right off, dude.
If abortion after 12 weeks is murder, then it must also be murder to take medicine to remove tapeworms after failing to eat 100% safe food, because those tapeworms are sentient and it's your fault for not doing everything you need to prevent it. Misogynist.
That is a very different set of circumstances. In the tapeworm example, through actions that were not a fault of your own, you got tapeworms. In most circumstances, when you're talking about a woman getting pregnant, that is clearly circumstances where that was a fault of your own. So I do see that as dissimilar. Like, unless it's a case of rape, or maybe if it's like a very young person who didn't understand how contraceptives work or something. But those are two very dissimilar cases. Thanks for that donation though, Alexi. Let me replay that one thing that didn't work.
Lionheart. He ate a sausage and it squirted on his cheek. Lying heart.
I don't know who this Lionheart guy is, but thanks for the donation, Andrew.
Based on what evidence? Of one doctor? Vegans can be
how
healthy?
much doctors say vegans are
I supplement
health,
B12 and vitamin D,
how
that's
much
it.
doctors say vegetarians are health? I say vegetarian. I say good choice
Vegetarian.
for me.
Expert-
Vegan can you be
I mean,
when you want to
we don't
be
want
a
to. I don't want to
vegan.
have a health debate with someone who doesn't know about science and research, because it's a pointless discussion saying what a doctor said. This doctor said that. This doctor said this. It's a pointless discussion.
Sorry.
You see, my nipple very small and hard because I ate the steak, and if I didn't get the steak, my nipple wouldn't get nutrient to poke out like this.
Because why do you come on this? I have a lot of friends who are doctors and other...
No, but it doesn't matter, because what you're talking about is anecdotes. I could have a lot of friends that are doctors.
He's saying he's doctors. He's saying
yeah, but it's expert opinion.
His word. Are you saying he's lying?
I have often...
No, I'm saying
with
if you
my
ask
friends.
5 doctors...
Don't talk shit about Total. Fart fuck ass gay lesbian faggot bitch ass motherfucker poopy dick and shit on some piss. My grandpa fucked my ass.
That's good to hear. Thanks for the donation, Tourette's guy.
Doctors one thing and 5 doctors and another 5 doctors the same thing, they'll give you 10 different answers. So it's not very good judge of
I've made my point.
You didn't make much of a point, bro.
No, I say it's...
You didn't make much of a point.
I say I have talked to vegans.
You didn't make much
and
of a point.
they are not radical.
I don't know why you dealt with it like that. It's pretty immature, bro. Hey.
And you are radical.
I don't know why you dealt with it like that, though. I mean,
This person seems
if that's
pretty
how you
dumb.
handle your business, then go for it, bro. You stab people. You stab people. But yeah, each to their own. We're not alike.
Somebody's come up to you and say, "Oh, buddy,
bro." You could have come up and said, "Hey, man, can we have a chat after this?"
This is
Let's have a discussion. Not you did this, you did that. Like cringe Lord Central, bro.
Says the guy with the vegan tattoo on his
I'm
head.
proud to be vegan. It means I'm against animal abuse. It means I'm against animal abuse. You're for it. You're getting a lot of good comments.
Yeah, fine. Hello, person of the internet with no life. Hello. Anyway,
show footage.
This will be all the viewers of Joey Carbstrong, so I've got
really
something to say to you all. Jesus.
Blah 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 blah. Christian doesn't believe in redemption.
This is the man that you'll follow on the internet.
And believes in stabbing animals. He's drunk, hey? Everyone thinks you're drunk. You are drunk.
I haven't drunk in like 3 weeks.
Is that what you act like sober?
Yes, this is me. I'm a performer.
You are a performer.
Yeah, that's why I'm confident to just do this.
You're an artist too.
Yeah.
Bullshit artist.
Well,
You're a bullshit artist.
The angry people.
No, it's good from. You sure? You want a chocolate? Vegan chocolate?
Giving drugs to kids.
Because the dairy industry exploit and kill cows as well, and same with the egg industry.
Again, here you go with the making the shit up.
Do you?
Nevertheless,
You sure?
Don't take candy from strangers.
It's vegan chocolate.
Especially getting on the street.
Vegan chocolate?
I'm a vegan chocolate.
Vejo, it's good. This is tastes like Nutella. I reckon we're nearly done. We've been filming for 4.5 hours, so this is a great finish to the day. Thank you.
King of the vegans.
The girl seems open to listen. Yeah, do you want to talk about the dairy industry?
Leicester Square. Okay. King of the vegans. All hail.
Thank you.
King of the vegans.
Dude, he's giving me compliments and everything. I wouldn't see myself as a king, but if you do, then that's fine, mate. Enjoy your lunch. I hope you deal with all your problems in the future like that too, mate. Because that would be quite hilarious.
All hail King of the vegans.
Hello.
Why so vegan instead of vegetarian? Free range hens. A lot of my friends own farms, and they have free range hens where they can walk wherever.
Yes, the free range.
Nearly 2.
Oh, the free range bullshit, dude. Bend over to $20. Let me see. Based question mark.
About America's reputation on the world stage, given the level of brinksmanship we've seen this year?
Based on the mega Republican report, yes. Based on what my administration is doing, no. Thank you.
Based. I like how he's criticizing Republicans more. That is always a good thing. Thanks for the donation, though, Bend Over.
Come a long way since its original launch. And I'm happy to say it's finally here. This is officially the headset that is replacing my trusty Valve Index. This is the Big Screen Beyond. Whoa, hold up. On paper, this choice to switch from the Index to this kind of makes absolutely no sense. Compared to the Index, the Beyond has a lower refresh rate, smaller field of view, dimmer screens, and cost double the price. To many, this may actually feel like a real step back for VR hardware. And I get it. Promise, we'll talk about that. But first, I want you to take everything you know about VR headsets and just hold your reservations for a moment, because this right here is a completely new class of VR device. We've never seen anything like it before, at least not one that actually shipped. And this is exactly where technical information about VR headsets in particular really just don't capture the full story. We can point at numbers and rank things by them, but numbers can't quantify an experience. And in my time with the Beyond, I've had some of the absolute best experiences I've ever had in VR. So whether you're actually looking to
Saw your comment you left on my community post about a debate. Let's settle our disagreement and have a discussion. You up for it? Sure, why not? I'll open up Discord right now.
So if you get tapeworms by your own fault, like eating raw food, now it's not a dissimilar situation and you're morally obligated to carry them. No more donations, misogynist. Fight me in a cage and debate me. Watch the movie Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always.
Yeah, again, I don't know why you'd make an assumption that just from eating raw food, let's say, you'd get parasites. Usually people get parasites from other people. So somebody might not wash their hands when they go to the bathroom. That's usually, at least in the Western world, how people get parasites.
How much to donate $350 to Aaron P? How much to do a shout-out video for Aaron P? Is Aaron P dead? Would you get in touch with Destiny and Turkey Tom and tell them about Aaron P? Aaron P sucks monkey balls.
Give me $350 and I'll be sure to give $350 to Aaron P. How about that? Thanks for the donation, Money Games. And maybe I'll tell Destiny about Aaron P. Yeah, so Alexi, I still don't see the similarity between getting a parasite and becoming pregnant, but thanks for the donation.
Joey defiantly should have held his composure here. It's pretty fucking clear that Moron was a fucking troll, so why bother with that tool? Just continue doing outreach and talk to normal people, lol. If he did what he normally did, he would have walked away. My name is Dipshit Faggot III. I fucked my mom in the ass and fucked Jasmine in her poos. I docked Richard's cocoa in my foreskin and shoved Finn's head up my ass while Prismo watched. Then I shot hot Molly cum all over everyone's face.
Alright, well thank you for sharing that, Dipshit Faggot. Appreciate it. Well, Joey couldn't do a normal debate because that guy was heckling him constantly, so what are you gonna do? Thanks for the donation though, Joey the Kangaroo. Yeah, so 2 AM vegan, Discord's open. Just pop in when you're ready. And I just linked it in chat.
buy this thing or not. If you're interested in the present and future of VR, especially VR form factors, I'd urge you to come along this journey, because I think we're seeing something really special unfold right here in front of us, and I quite literally can't get enough of it. So this is the newest iteration of the Beyond. I've been watching this headset since it was pretty much 3D printed and held together by hot glue, and things have changed quite a bit. And while this is still not quite the final version, what I have here is pretty representative of what's going to be shipping later this year. And as you can see, it's gotten a lot prettier since the last video. And previously, my only experiences with the Beyond have been for an hour or two here or there, but I've had this unit for the past month or so, and I've been spending a pretty ungodly amount of time using it. So before we get into the full Beyond experience, here's some basic information on it. I'll start by saying that there's no way to really understand the Beyond without acknowledging its main development philosophy. Basically, Big Screen set out to build the smallest, lightest, and most comfortable VR headset possible for you. And that's an important part. There's no onboard processor, no built-in battery, no cameras, just a VR headset that plugs into a PC using base stations for its tracking. And really, the Beyond is just much closer to a a set of custom VR goggles than a typical VR headset as we've always thought of it. Every unit is custom made using an iPhone face scan for both a personalized face gasket that allows for your exact face shape and to set the headset's IPD at exactly your interpupillary distance, which on one side is awesome. You'll never have to adjust or fiddle with or change your IPD again. You just throw it on and the headset kind of melts onto your face. On the other hand, you just can't really share this headset with people around you. And for some people, that's probably a total deal breaker, and I get that entirely, but it's just a fundamental feature of this headset. It's not for everyone, but that's kind of the point. This is a headset made for you, not everyone. And for all of its sharing drawbacks, this development philosophy does have some inherent huge benefits. In total, the Beyond is about the same size and weight as a Quest 2's controller, which is crazy. And we'll talk about the experience of these trade-offs in a bit, but I want to get into the juicy technical details for just a moment. On board are two 2560 by 2560 micro OLED displays, a couple of tiny pancake lenses, a fiber optic cable, an extra USB-C input, and of course, it's also got a stereo microphone, which takes the cake as definitively the best microphone ever put on a VR headset to date. And a funny little thing here, my mic setup for recording these videos costs about as much as the Beyond does, and the Beyond gives it a run for its money.
You can hear me using it right now, actually.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. There's no built-in headphones or speakers, but I've just been using AirPods Max or Pro, something that I've kind of grown to really love, surprisingly. But there are a few huge things that we have to talk about, and some of them are kind of negative. But this also just kind of goes to show where we're at right now with technology and what kind of trade-offs you have to make.
Yeah, 2M Vegan, where the fuck are you? Who the Okay, somebody just popped in Discord and then they immediately left when I put them in the debate room. Yeah, I gave you the link in chat. If you want to debate me right now, just click on the link.
To make something like this. And warning, this headset is gonna start sounding worse and worse, but hang in there with me. So these lenses do a pretty good job, but they're not perfect, especially with extremely high contrasting scenes. Like for example, a completely black background with a white light in the middle. Yeah, you're gonna experience some glare. It's not any more distracting than something like the Valve Index's God Rays or Quest 2's God Rays, but because the lenses and displays are different than any other headset, so is the type of glare. It's something you'll notice right away, but after using it for 30 minutes or so, my brain kind of cancels it out the same way it does with other VR headsets. I'm just making sure you know that it's there. I also found that with these lenses, keeping them smudge free is way.
Would you agree that owls are like flying cats? It's too bad they're not vegan to take care of, unless if I could feed them vegan cat food ham.
Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know if you can feed them,
I blocked Mags yesterday, who is actually Saga that you blocked 9 times. Today, a mysterious brand new member named Andrew started trolling me lol. 90% sure it's Saga. He used up his savings just to troll me. He's a honest troll.
Well, that is unfortunate, I suppose, that you're getting trolled by a carnist, but thanks for the donation, Lionheart. That's a really pretty bird. I don't know if you can feed them cat food. Like, I'd imagine, like, if they ate it, you know, they'd be fine. I don't know if they'd actually eat cat food, though. It is a very pretty bird, though. Thanks for that donation, Ben.
More important than others. But the next thing, there's a pretty harsh technical limitation here refresh rate wise because of these displays. The Beyond is only capable of a max 90 Hz refresh rate, and technically if you want the full native 2560 by 2560, you'll have to go all the way down to 75 Hz. Otherwise, the Beyond upscales a 1920 by 1920 resolution image, and that sounds awful, but that's not the whole story. I was a little confused about the specifics of the upscale upscaling on 90 Hz, so I just asked Big Screen themselves about the details, and turns out this upscaling compression is really just the same thing that the Index uses when you flick on 144 Hz. Also, the Vive Pro 2 uses the same upscaling technique as well. Just kinda nobody talks about it and its specifics.
DSC is just encoding signals that don't fit over certain portions of the electronics so that they can fit at a higher refresh rate. And then when it gets to the displays, we decompress it to the full native resolution of the panel, but we're able to losslessly compress things down, and it's visually lossless.
So 90 Hz is 90 Hz, and you are getting 99% of the image quality you would be getting at 75 Hz. But there's also another thing here. The big reason refresh rate is thrown around a lot in the world of VR headsets is because it's a pretty good metric of motion clarity, which is incredibly important for VR. Except it's hard to compare LCD panels like on the Index to the micro OLEDs like on the Beyond. Because, for example, the pixel response time on the Beyond is literally 1,000th of the Index's. So 90 Hz for a micro OLED isn't the same perceived value or look as 90 Hz on an LCD panel. It's a little complex, and of course I still would have loved 120 Hz, but what I'm trying to say here is that as a 144 Hz Index user, I didn't mind the 90 Hz. And I seriously don't think it's nearly as big of a drawback as it seems on paper. But now, of course, the other elephant in the room, field of view. So here are my recorded field of view numbers for the Index, Quest 2, and the Beyond. This is all subjective, everyone's gonna be slightly different here, but you can see my FOV is about the exact same as the Quest 2, and it's about 15 degrees less horizontally and vertically than the Index. And again, all of these things may feel like a step back. Lower field of view, half the refresh rate, come on. But here's where technical on-paper specifications just don't capture the most important part of a virtual reality experience, the actual experience. Because the second you throw on a Beyond, you can tell immediately this is something completely new. So you've heard the technicals, this is the Beyond experience. The first time you put on this headset, it feels way more like putting on a pair of reality portal goggles. Because of the face gasket that literally
What do you mean you're ready to debate? You're not in the waiting room.
Zero light.
Jump in the fucking waiting room. What the fuck are you doing? There's the fucking link again. Jesus Christ.
In from your surroundings. And it's kind of a weird feeling. It's almost like visual sensory reality deprivation. And I think you'll get what I mean, but you just don't have that subliminal reality lifeline of peeking through the nose hole or that slight little pinprick of light that you—
Hey dude, what's up? Your microphone is currently muted, sir. You probably have to go into settings and select your mic, I believe. How do I get my mic unmuted? You have to go into settings and select your microphone, whatever you're using for Streamlabs. Yeah, just and you can do a test. So just go into settings, voice and video, and then select whatever audio device, and you can use a test for your microphone. Holy fuck, bro. I don't know how long he's gonna take to get that sorted.
You use to see through like you have on every other VR headset. All you can see here is the virtual. And on top of that, the Beyond is crazy light and it fits like a glove. I mean, that's the whole point of it being custom made. It's a big part of the experience. No longer is VR a giant half-pound toaster floating in front of your face. But the real magic here are the displays. Micro OLEDs are just incredible for VR. And these ones are tuned really well. Near Vario Aero clarity with 28 pixels per degree, no mirror like on PSVR 2, imperceivable screen door effect, vibrant colors, and super high contrast ratios. It's beautiful. And while these displays are probably dimmer and the FOV is probably lower than what you're used to, because there's absolutely no light leak, there's no sensory or light reference for your eyes to compare the brightness to. It's like, imagine grabbing your phone in the middle of the night, the brightness is at 30% or whatever, which is dim outside in the day, but it's blinding and makes you wince at 3 a.m. And it's because your eyes have—
Yeah, I'm gonna debate Natalie Fulton. She just said she is busy right now, so it's probably gonna be in November.
Adapted to a dark room. And well, when you're on VR Visual Sensory Deprivation Island and the Beyond's displays can literally go all the way black since they're micro OLEDs, when you're in a dark environment for a few minutes, your eyes will have adjusted, so when something bright does come up, your eyes will react to it physically. It's all relative. Right now with LCD panels, we're just blasted with light all the time, and light leak makes that even worse. This, however, is just an entirely different perceptual experience. And in the last video, my eyes had adjusted to the completely dark environment, so the moon seemed really bright. And this time I was playing Half-Life Alyx and it felt like I was playing a completely different game. The mood and tone and how my body was reacting to it was just off the walls. Plus, the resolution and clarity just makes everything look way better than it did before. I can see detail where there was aliasing or individual pixels before. And this is my Beyond experience. VR feels fresh again. Somehow, 10 hours flew by, and when I took off the headset, it was dark outside. I think the last time that happened, and of course it is expandable, I added face tracking onto this thing, it did perfectly fine, and you could add all sorts of other stuff. I'm pretty sure Nofio is working on a wireless adapter for it, but you could just do the exact same thing to the Index. It doesn't really add anything other than the experience and the immersion. The Index is not dead, but that being said, the Index is our headset that doesn't have face and eye tracking.
Yeah, I'll probably buy this for myself.
I've had
as like a Christmas present or some shit.
I'll buy that shit right now, should I? Come shot.
Mike's acting up, not in the mood to fix it, but I'm ready to debate whenever you are. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, just come in another stream then, if you're, Mike is not acting up. Yeah, why not? If you got the cash, why not? Thanks for the donation, non-wib. Yeah, if you want a VR headset, I'd say get it.
Record this video multiple times because I really cannot get this video down in a way I feel is good enough to explain the product. Hopefully this time is different. Well, if you're watching it on YouTube, it probably is. Hi, I'm Brad, and this is a follow-up video to my first kind of preview of the big screen beyond I did about 3 months ago. I notice whenever I wear that HMD, which I do want to recover this HMD because a lot of changes have happened to the Quest Pro since I made my review component in this big screen beyond, so you can 3D print and make your own accessories or do whatever you want with it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Now, I want to caveat this DIY section by kind of giving some more information on some limits to what you might be able to add on later.
Holy fuck. Check out what these GOP say about rape. Trigger warning. And you get scumbags who'll still vote for these pieces of shits.
Real, uncensored statements from Republicans about rape and reproductive rights. Viewer discretion is advised. Rape is kinda like the weather. If it's inevitable, relax and enjoy it. Clayton Williams. If it's a legitimate rape, the female body has ways to try and shut that whole thing down. Todd Aiken. Rape victims should make the best of a bad situation.
Accept what God is giving to you.
Rick Santorum. Even when life begins in that horrible situation of rape, it is something that God intended to happen. Richard Murdoch. In the emergency room, they have what's called rape kits, where a woman can get cleaned out. Jody Lobenberg. If not for rape and incest, would there be any population left? Steve King. She was dressed like a 21-year-old prostitute. Students should show up in proper attire. Kathleen Pasadomo said this about an 11-year-old girl gang raped in Texas by 18 men.
Holy fucking shit.
If a woman has the right to an abortion, why shouldn't a man be able to use his superior strength to force himself on a woman? At least the rapist's pursuit of sexual freedom doesn't in most cases result in anyone's death. Lawrence Lockman. What is the value of that life, and is it subordinate to the value of its host body? Jose Oliva. This is the Republican Party.
Yeah, wow. Republicans are sick, disgusting pieces of shit. Who the fuck would ever want to vote for them? Thanks for that donation though, Bendover. That's fucking crazy.
So, while I did attach a Leap Motion Controller 2 to the Beyond to do some controllerless finger tracking, and it worked, there's two different USB-C ports that I think is important to kind of go into detail of how they actually are used and what standards they are being powered by. So one of them is the main actual PC VR tether that goes into a link box that splits into a single display port and two USB-A ports. One of those USB-A ports is just for power delivery. It doesn't even need to be plugged into your PC, even though they recommend that. It can be plugged into like a power converter in your wall with some safety features maybe you might want to look into further if you do that. And of course, one of the USB-As is for the power and data that actually sends the actual tracking data and everything back and forth between your PC and the headset. However, the other USB-C port is only a USB 2.0 standard. So some wired additions that you might want the more bandwidth to actually do things, such as what I've done to this, it's going to run at a lower bandwidth. So for example, this device does actually work with a USB 2.0, but it runs at only half the bandwidth and half the refresh rate for the camera. So if you're interested in this device and like modding it and adding things to it, it's very important to be in mind that yes, it is a USB 2.0 connection. And going back into what I said about audio earlier, there is no headphone jack. They expect you, if you want to directly plug in any wired headphones to this device, that you're going to need a cable to convert a USB 2.0 C connection to a headphone jack, which again adds more complexities than another cable, which is another reason why I just kind of opted for the wireless earbuds directly to the PC. The fun thing about aftermarket products is I've heard and pretty much got confirmation that Nofio is actually going to bring their wireless 6E, Wi-Fi 6E connection that they're making for the Valve Index to the Nofio kit. It was first leaked by Thrill Seeker on the virtual reality show that this was being made, and straps were actually being made to convert that little unit to fit on your Nofio in case you want wireless PCVR in this small form factor. Now, obviously, there's going to be some caveats because you're going to be adding a lot of that weight back to the HMD that you're losing, but we'll see how that goes when the time comes. And the hardest thing to add to this HMD, which I'm really trying to figure out ways to fix, was I really want to add eye tracking to this headset because I think eye tracking is the most important feature that is missing from this HMD in my opinion. I think this is very going to be used by people who love the idea of eye tracking every day, whether it's for social VR use cases or not. And due to the way that the actual head strap or the actual device is designed, it's really hard to find any space to DIY something with like iTrack VR, the open source project, to get in there. I'm sure some people will figure it out, but it's going to take a little more tinkering and ideas with different head straps to get there. Now let's get into the visuals. I feel a lot of stuff that I said in my first video on the visuals have been mostly true up until this point. However, there's been some major changes to the optics that have actually made it better since my first video, with also some caveats there. So my first video regarding FOV, I was talking about how even though it felt like the FOV was around the Quest 2, my actual measurements comparisons eye to eye was the Quest 2, which is slightly larger in terms of the horizontal. And due to all these complaints being made from the community about this low FOV to actually get this low small form factor, Big Screen Beyond quickly made some updates to their optics to actually edge out quite a bit more horizontal FOV in the optical stack. I'm happy to say I've had that sort of updated optics unit for about a couple months now, and I can say it actually did have a big perceivable difference on how it felt. In my first video, I used VRChat's notorious mic icon in the UI being very blurry because it was right on the edge of my FOV, and this HMD, which I'll go in a little bit later, doesn't have the insane edge-to-edge clarity like the pancake lenses of something like the Quest Pro. But as you can see here from these measurements, I got quite a bit...
I'm sooty but my voice squeaks. I'm insecure about it. I sound like an antique squeaky toy, however, I'm ready, squeak squeak, to debate you whenever you are. My mic wasn't muted, my soul is. Forgive me. You win. I lose. Squeak squeak squeak.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the nation 2AM vegan, appreciate it. Transition to being vegetarian. Think you mean you transition to being a animal abusing piece of shit.
Difference of a horizontal FOV than I did from the first model I was reviewing. Now the vertical FOV has pretty much stayed the same. However, I did complain in the first video that the FOV seemed to be more focused toward the upward position rather than the bottom position, which I felt was more unnatural because humans are actually natural to look down just in case they don't step on any, snakes on the ground from our monkey days and all that good stuff. And they did fix that as well. So things such as that mic icon that I was complaining about from the VRChat UI being blurry in the first video is actually very manageable to have on all the time.
That wasn't the actual 2AM vegan. Or was it? Wait. Maybe it was. Oh yeah, he deleted all his videos. Okay, unbanned you, sorry. Never mind.
Time for at least my situation. As a side note, I still don't like when games and VR experiences do attach so many things to the face. It's much better to try to attach them to the hands or arms or wrists, but yeah, that's unrelated anyway. But there's actually a funny story about this whole FOV optics change that I feel would be kind of interesting to share, kind of talking about how they might have gotten to these optics. Now, they definitely have made some changes to the stack other than what I'm about to talk about, but it was interesting because at one point I had around 3 or 4 Beyonds all at once to do A and B testing because I'm so very picky on visuals. And there was actually a version of the Beyond that had an even wider FOV than...
Are there any benefits to static stretching? And also, how are you able to cut weight so fast without losing much muscle?
Well, it's a combination of just doing a lot of hypertrophy training and appropriate dietary planning and genetics. Yeah, I know the donation wasn't you. I thought your previous comment wasn't you. I thought that's what you were talking about, but no. Anyway. Yeah, there are benefits to doing static stretching. Probably the best, if not maybe second best way of improving mobility. If you're going to rely on actual physical exercise, whatever you're doing on improving mobility, it's probably not going to be enough, so you're going to need to use static stretching as a means to improve mobility. Depending on what you're doing, so say martial arts, you probably want to do static stretching beforehand so that you're less injury prone, and again, it can help improve mobility. Can also help to relax your muscles, and it can also help to lengthen your tendons as well. Again, that can have a number of benefits, mostly relating to mobility though. Thanks for the donation though, Cody. Hope that answers your questions.
Than what is going to be sold at the mass market and the one I'm using. But I made some big complaints about it because it was sacrificing too much stereo overlap and things started to look quite unnatural. And when I was staring at text, like a spatial computing use case, it was actually giving me eye strain. Apparently I was the only one to complain about that version because of the use cases I usually do in VR, and they listened to me and chose the version I prefer.
VG, my right elbow gets extremely sore and is in pain when I complete chin-ups. I've switched to eccentric chin-ups but my elbow is still sore. Golfer's elbow? Any suggestions on alternative exercises or tips? I've checked form videos and I'm doing fine.
First of all, where on your elbow are you experiencing soreness? Secondly, it's probably, chances are the pain you're feeling in your elbow isn't due to the exercise itself. It's due to, weakness of some other muscle. So, it's probably something related to your brachialis. I would do things like hammer curls, reverse curls, and also some grip training. That would probably get rid of the elbow pain. Probably. That would be my advice. But for the time being, just don't do chin-ups. And do some other isolation work for your biceps, and also try to train your brachialis muscles. So hammer curls, reverse curls, and do grip trainers. Thanks for the donation though, Jazz. Hope that helps.
Preferred, which was the kind of middle grounds between the extreme FOV and lowest overlap, with something that does sacrifice stereo overlap compared to the first model to what we have now. It makes me happy when a company does actually care enough to not actually boost their FOV numbers or their specs numbers just to get that written on a marketing sheet.
Debate the guy in the waiting room. You know the tapeworm analogy is valid if you do something you know has a high chance of giving you a parasite. Stop being a misogynist and make amends. Stop dodging.
Okay, there's two people in the waiting room. One of them claims to be 2 a.m. vegan. I don't know if he's there. No idea. Hello. Thanks for the donation, by the way.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Durian Ryder.
And we're just gonna ban him. Hello? I don't know why 2 a.m. vegan's in here. What's going on? I can't hear you. You're very muffled. Right. Okay then.
And actually give something that might make everyone's experience more comfortable, because it would suck if I had to get this final version of the HMD and I was getting eye strain with some of the things I was doing. That'd be terrible. Now, big screen's not perfect. There's some things I want to talk about in this video related to actual clarity of the HMD. So there's two things I like to do in VR, as I was saying. I like to put up a lot of digital screens in my environment and keep doing some of the stuff I would normally do on PC, but in a VR experience. So for the idea of spatial computing or doing productivity for this HMD, I was kind of touching on it a little bit, but I've spent more time since then to see whether this was actually useful for that use case. And I still think it does just finally touch the barrier where a VR headset could be sort of a monitor replacement if you don't mind some sort of glaring things. And the biggest thing is glare. The version of the Beyond that I used in my first video talking about it was the fact there was a lot of glare involved on high contrast scenes. I said it seemed like it was pancake-based reflections, but instead of actual reflections, it was muted to what seems like a slight glare or sort of like a like a haloing effect. It was really bad for that first model. I was able to get over it for most scenarios, but ironically, watching movies in the thing when you're usually in a dark theater environment with a bright screen, it was pretty annoying to do. Now, it is still there though with this new updated optics. They did mute it further, but if you're anything like annoyed by the index sort of God rays or glare that comes from that optic system, this kind of does feel like that, especially as you get to the edges of the display where just glare seems to gravitate on the edges, which is why I think it's more of a pancake reflection thing. Edge-to-edge clarity is, of course, not as clear as something like the Quest Pro. As you go further out, the quality will jump off a cliff, and if you're not in the actual center of your lenses, which you should be with the custom 3D printed mask, then yeah, it's going to look blurry and things are going to look weird. It's very important to actually have the correct IPD due to this one reason. These lenses are very small, so if you're just a little bit off millimeter-wise, there's a high possibility your clarity experience will be very poor. Now, if you are actually in the zone that the freaking device was designed for you to be in, the actual clarity and everything, the way things look is fantastic. It still has that OLED blacks, and I got some specs from the manufacturer website that it's around a 90% DCI-P3 color gamut rating, which is much higher than most LCD headsets on the market, unless they have mini LED with QLED color filter layer. But when you compare the OLED high contrast with the high color gamut rating that you just normally get from OLED, it looks good most of the time. But there's one caveat that I kind of want to give a little bit of annoyance to the big screen team for, because there's an issue that's kind of been overblown. And I think it's been overblown mainly because there's just not been that much clarity on why something is happening and being reported by reviewers, including me, I'm about to talk about right now. So there's two modes that this headset can operate in, and it does have a big aspect on the actual full clarity you're going to get out of it. There's a 75 Hz mode and a 90 Hz mode. This entire headset does run on SteamVR native drivers, which means you don't need any other compositor or any other tool to run at the same time as SteamVR. You just plug it in and play. In fact, even if you accidentally or for some reason pull out the tether while you're playing, due to the fact that it is a native SteamVR driver, it is hot pluggable, so you can plug it back in and continue playing for where you left off. But Big Screen does have a third-party application that you'll use to change the actual refresh rate of the device. And that's the only time you do actually have to restart SteamVR. And people have noticed that the 90 Hz mode feels less sharp than the 75 Hz mode, which doesn't make sense because it's advertised as going to 2560 by 2560 resolution per eye at every mode. But when you look in the SteamVR super sampling settings, you'll notice if you keep it both at 100% super sampling and you change the modes which require the restart, the render resolution per eye changes completely. And Big Screen hasn't been entirely clear of why that's happening and really what's happening when you change the refresh rate. But due to the fact that, I do data mine SteamVR, I kind of know how these things work, I can open up the Lighthouse console and see what's happening. Basically, every time you change the refresh rate with that third-party tool, you're actually writing a Lighthouse config file into the HMD to tell it what to run at. And whenever you switch it to the 90 Hz mode, you're actually running from your computer a 1920 by 1920 per eye image. And with some confidential documents that have been leaked around the supplier of the displays, it seems that the backplane, which is the display what it's made on, does a 1.3 times upscaling to finalize the image to 2560 by 2560 per eye in that mode. It's basically impossible for the backplane to support 2560 by 2560 native, even with DSC on at 90 Hertz. So if you had a side-by-side image of sort of a native resolution with a FSR upscale resolution.
Yeah, you know what? Probably gonna wait for a new headset to come out, or for the big screen to be, you know, better. I'll get the Quest 3, but in terms of like a big expensive headset, I think I'm probably gonna wait if that's actually a real issue.
It's basically the same thing as what's going on here, but it's happening on the displays itself, because the display is basically a chip. It's a micro OLED display, which is a silicon backplane.
You seen this complete masterpiece that Gig did?
Yeah. Yeah. We already saw this last night. Yeah, this was fucking incredible.
Previously on this stupid fucking show.
Shut up, Gig, and shoot. Where the hell am I?
I have searched all day and Vegan Gains is nowhere to be found. If only there was some sort of clue that could lead me to him. Huh? What the fuck was that? Oh my goodness. A map to VG's location. Don't worry VG, Gig will save you.
Where the hell am I?
You are in my evil lair. I am a bad guy and I captured you. There is a bomb that will explode unless your friend Gigliardo gets here in time to help you. Oh no, why did I give him directions to my lair?
Have no fear, Gig is here. Oh no.
I threw a rock at you and now I am running away.
I'm stuck. VG, what are we gonna do?
I'm a hockey pro. Yeah, Gig's videos are pretty fucking amazing. Thanks for the donation, Ethan, though.
So while you do notice a difference between 75 Hz and 90 Hz modes, I feel the difference has been overblown not because of how different it is, but because there just hasn't been clarity on why it's happening. However, if you want to use this device as something like a spatial computing device or doing 2D screens in your VR environment, that is the biggest stress test where I think the 90 Hz mode actually fails the most. If you look at fine text on like a white background, for example, you get some of that aliasing that reminds me of when I actually was streaming my desktop to a Quest Pro. And you can see the encoding and then decoding adding a lot of sort of algorithmic compression issues that make the text look very similar to what you're seeing here, despite this is actually tethered. So if you do want to use this, any 2D fine text stuff, you're definitely going to use the 75 Hz mode, which is actually what I use most of the time. And it does feel good because of all the other things I've been saying in this video. But something that doesn't feel good as well is you are getting limited on brightness. This headset does run less brightness than most LCD headsets. I said that in my first video, I still stand by it. If you're sensitive to low, or I should say higher persistence than some of the other headsets, like for example, the PSVR 2, I gave a lot of kind of complaints about it. It's still like that here when you run it at 100%. I usually run it around 50% and remove some of that persistence blur because the way persistence work is when you move your head, your eye usually counter rotates because you're staring at something, and that your brain kind of perceives a blur from that because the light is on all the time. So this headset will not be as bright as some other LCD HMDs. So if you really like bright daylight scenes, that might be something that stops you from enjoying this HMD. But if you like going to nightclub raves and VR chat, or doing a lot of sort of like space simulator games, this headset will look fantastic in my opinion. I have 2 final points I would like to cover, and one thing is the actual tracking quality. A lot of people wonder, with such a small headset relying on SteamVR Lighthouse, does it track well? Especially when you put this little thing that's covering a lot of the photodiodes on the actual device itself. And I will say, it tracks fantastic. I never have any issues with occlusion or anything related to that with the actual current prototype. It tracks very well. I'm already in the SteamVR Lighthouse ecosystem years. If you were to pack in all these chips and other stuff to do processing, it's not the best feeling. And I wish there was some interesting...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for like the next Steam Deck or something to come out probably, or maybe some other better headset. Because this seems to have a few issues. That kind of sucks that the 90 hertz mode isn't that great. Quest 3 resolution versus index. Okay, so it does have a higher resolution. And actually a slightly better horizontal field of view. Significantly lighter as well. Yeah. Definitely gonna get this. If it turns out to be significantly more comfortable, might make that my main sort of go-to headset. Because it looks like it would be more comfortable for longer play sessions. If it has really good tethered performance, that'd be pretty goddamn dope. Let's see, no longer vegan.
I have probably started this video 1 million times at this point, and it's really hard to put into words what a big transformation is in store for us.
This does not have to be 12 minutes. Just say we couldn't be fucked anymore. We're selfish assholes.
I just wanted to like make this on meat. It focuses on plants, and that was just such a big special chapter in our life, and so it's really weird to be closing that. And I know it might be kind of hard for some people to hear. I know for me it was really hard, especially this first like half of me, the first 5 years of me being vegan, when people would say they aren't vegan anymore. It was like painful. I was like, oh my gosh, come on, like they must not be eating the right way. They must.
Kermit the Gay Frog donated $2. What are the odds? Let me see. That's pretty funny. Thanks for that donation, Kermit the Gay Frog.
Must not be like, you know, taking the right supplements, and if they tried harder, they could make it work, whatever. And then the last 5 years, I've really like let go of all of that. I'm like, everybody should just do what they want to do. Everybody's different, and life is complicated, and everyone's doing the best they can. So, like, who am I to judge how people are eating?
Right. If you're murdering other people, who are you to judge, so long as you make sure you eat them after you murder them?
But I think this like morality that in this mindset that I've had around food has like made me be judging honestly myself as I started craving all these different foods. And that's been a very weird journey for me the last 10 months, especially like raising my child. I want to make sure that like I'm doing everything I can for him, and That's not to say that you can't raise healthy vegan kids. I'm sure like people can make it work, but for me, if I was craving all these foods, and I was thinking about how we wanted to raise Max, I just realized that it's like this chapter of our life is coming to an end. And yeah, I think the thing is, I have to like be authentic to how I'm feeling. And right now, this is really like what I'm feeling. Like I need this. And I remember I like reached out to a few vegan friends.
So she literally just wanted to eat meat, so she just started eating meat.
Asking for their input on like all this different stuff. And I was just like hoping that somebody's message would be like, make me like, no, like you should keep going with the way that you've always thought for the last decade, and you should keep running down this path. But there is part of me that's like, this isn't right for me anymore. And it's weird because it's become part of my identity. And I think that that's part of it. I think becoming a mother like was such a massive shift in my identity. And then my brain changed or something. And now I feel this need to just try to live as much as we can off the land. Potentially Lou might get into hunting on our land. Like we have a really large
Yes, murder. Great.
deer population here, and maybe that would be something that we could have to supplement like a mainly plant-based diet. We want to get chickens soon, and then we could eat eggs and eat that.
To hunting and fishing and stuff like that.
So these people were never vegan. They just wanted to eat meat again, plain and simple. That's insanely retarded. Yeah, wow. Fucking losers, dude. Why why do these fucking posers ever try to convince anybody that they're fucking vegan? They clearly never were. It's so stupid.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you do. Your streams really help calm my nerves. Can you read me a bedtime story? Just make one up on the fly. We all love you, Richard.
Alright, there once was a boy named Daniel. He was walking down the street and he fucked your mom. The end. Hope that helps you to sleep. Thanks for the donation, Mr. Horse.